Yeah. Welcome to HipHopCitizen. What's going on? Dialect 718 here with Don Juan DeMac and David Simonism.
Yo, what up, Dialect? What up, David Simonism? Welcome to another week. HipHopCitizen live stream, baby. We at it again.
Yeah, man. You know me. My shit don't stink.
Word. Today we got a jam-packed show today. We got a Ja P from out of VA on the show.
Yo, Tappahannock got that. You know who else is from Tappahannock?
Who's that?
Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? So we got another artist coming out of the same town as Chris Brown. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's see if his stardom is destined to be just as big.
Yeah, man. I forgot Chris Brown was from Virginia. I always thought he was from the West Coast.
Yeah. And
Yo.
Architect 7.
Architect 7.
Yo.
Yeah. So yeah, man, let's jump right into hip hop album anniversaries.
Okay.
Well, let's give Diva a shout out. Diva Views a little shout out. She will not be joining us, it looks like, tonight, and that's sad. Hopefully she'll come back next week on Friday Night Live. Take it away, Dialect.
Cool. The first album we have celebrating anniversary, NWA's debut album, Straight Outta Compton, released in August of 1988. I mean, the only joint I remember off of this joint is what? Straight Outta Compton?
Come a crazy nigga named Ice Cube.
Yo, that's the classic joint. You know what I'm saying? This
classic album, man.
Fun.
Well, I think it's had it's had a couple of joints on it, man.
Yeah.
Easy had a solo. I think it had what? F the Police on this.
Yeah, this the classic.
Express Yourself.
Yeah, I think Express Yourself might have been on another album though.
Oh, okay.
Man, I'm hot as shit up in here. Y'all had me partying before this joint.
Word. So the next album, celebrating anniversary, Grave Diggers.
Grave Diggers. Look at this.
Horrorcore group featuring DJ Prince Paul, Fruquan from Stetson Sonic, the late Grim Reaper, and RZA from Wu-Tang. So
Wow.
You guys remember this group, right?
Yeah, but I never realized that Stetson Sonic and Stetson Sonic was involved, or Prince Paul for that matter.
Yeah. I forgot he was in Stetson Sonic too. Prince Paul and Fruquan.
Wow.
Yeah, man. This was a dope album, man. I remember.
Was that pre-Wu?
Was that
pre-Wu?
Matter of fact, they formed the group before Wu-Tang.
Okay.
But the album came out after the Wu-Tang album.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think when RZA was on Tommy Boy, he met Prince Paul, and they had put the group together, and they were trying to get a deal. But then Wu-Tang took off,
right?
Had to put that out. But this year, they still put out 2 classic albums.
Hey, y'all sent the link to Ja P for the interview, or not? I mean, I did again just in case, but I was a little tied up. But
yeah, I didn't get a chance to send it to him.
I sent it to him. All right, we good. I just want to make sure.
Straight Outta Compton is Express Yourself is on Straight Outta Compton.
Oh, it is? Okay. I stand corrected.
Yes, sir.
Cypress Hill celebrating anniversary. I believe it was 29 years of their debut album, Cypress Hill.
Yo, Cypress Hill. I went to a concert at George Washington University with my homeboy Wizzo. And I think in my age of smoking weed, I've never been so fucking high in my life than at a Cypress Hill concert. I had to, when the concert ended, I had to sit in because we was in nosebleeds, of course, we was all the way up top. I had to sit down for about 20, 30 minutes after the show to make sure that I was able to get down the flight of stairs that from being so high up in the air. Literally and figuratively.
Yeah, this joint right here, I remember it's classic, man. They had I Could Just Kill a Man on this.
The whole album.
Hand on the Pump.
Yep. The whole album.
Insane in the Membrane.
Yeah, I don't think Insane in the Membrane was on this though. I
mean,
but
oh, God.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Cypress Hill, man. Send Dog, Be Real, DJ Muggs.
In the brain.
who's still making beats to this day, man. Still putting
Said
out
dog.
material.
Insane in the brain.
Or shout out to Cypress Hill. And celebrating another anniversary, NWA. They released their EP in 1990, 100 Miles and Running.
Now that was after Cube left, right?
Yeah, this was
Yeah.
after Cube left. So I believe it was Dr. Dre, DJ Yella, MC Ren, and Eazy-E.
Yeah, there appears to be a pattern there with these artists, right? They have a habit of releasing their new albums on their most successful release dates of prior years. So that's why you see the double up just several years later.
Yeah, so what we kind of seeing today is what people were doing back in the day, releasing albums like every year. But now it's like, you got people releasing albums every couple of months.
Yo, but honestly, man, to that point, just from a digging perspective, from digging for records, it seems like that was the trend, like in the 70s and the early 80s. A lot of these guys, like as far as bands and all that, like they were putting out 3 and 4 albums a year.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like you come across and you look at the dates and just, man, that's all he was doing was making music.
Yeah,
Insane in the Brain is on the second album. It's not on this album. I stand corrected.
Yeah, let's jump into hip hop birthdays. We got a long list this week. Celebrating a birthday this week. Actually celebrates a birthday with me. Kumo D.
Do you wear glasses like that?
Never ever have I wore glasses like that. Nor the golden child hat. Yeah, so you
wait a minute. Who wore the hat first? Golden Child or Kumo D?
That's a good question. I think Kumo D wore it first though.
I don't know, but I know my joint. I think I was in middle school. Was go see the doctor.
Okay, was that the joint I remember first from him was How You Like Me Now.
That was another one. Yeah.
Wow.
Or I go to work. Look at architect. When I runs time to time.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mary Walker, Sherry
I
T.
like
What up, Sherry T?
Verses.
What up, Mary?
Also celebrating a birthday, Curtis Blow.
Man, my first
If
concert.
I rule the world.
He got that good hair.
Nah, with the soul glow.
He got that.
My first rap concert, man, 1984.
For real?
Yeah.
Shit, you got me beat, bro. Shit.
I thought Curtis Blow and the Fat Boys.
Okay. Was that the big concert they had with Run DMC?
It may be. I remember seeing at a state
What
fair.
was it?
It was like a state fair type of thing they showed.
It wasn't the Fresh Fest, was it?
I don't remember. Yeah, I just remember being the fat shoelaces and being there and mad at my moms and shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get there to see the Fat Boys and Curtis Blow.
Yeah, it's funny when you look at Curtis Blow, all I see is Kanye West, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Fat Boys, I wanted to do a remake of the Disorderlies with the Migos. I think that would be a great movie.
With who?
The Migos.
No.
I can't.
They're
see
too skinny. They're too
They're
skinny.
not gonna eat that hard.
Another guy celebrating a birthday.
West Side Connection.
WC from West Side Connection.
And the Mass Circle.
And also celebrating his birthday on the same day as his rhyming partner, Mac 10.
You're kidding? They twins?
One actually is a year apart. One is 1969, one's 1970, but August 9th.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
Back in the day.
Good job there, Dialect. Good job.
I didn't really like these guys for 2 reasons. One, when they put out West Side Connection and they had the promo for the album, they had the Statue of Liberty drop the torch. Then when you look up at the Statue of Liberty's hand, she's throwing up the W. West Side. I thought I was very disrespectful. Then Mac 10 went and married like one of my biggest crushes in R&B, T-Boz.
Is it?
So I was like, I could have messed with them.
I don't know what it was about those guys. I'll say that I was an NY junkie, DITC, anything Brooklyn. That's where I was at. But for some reason, those guys and MC8 caught my attention real hard. They pulled me in. I was definitely biased. You know what I'm saying, on that East Coast West Coast bullshit. But for some odd reason, they broke through my shield.
Yeah, and I never understood what their beef was. Like WC and Mac 10. Like, I don't see like why they was coming for New York, especially them and Ice Cube too. On top of that, because New York always showed Ice Cube, Mad Love.
Well, I think it was more the entire country than it was just East Coast. It was bow down to the West Coast. Period.
No, I mean, when you have
that joint was tough, bro.
When you have the Statue of Liberty throwing up the W, man, that's a direct shot in New York, man.
Yeah, I met Mac 10 on Howard's campus. Was walking between classes and did a double take. And I looked back. I said, "Is that Mac 10?" And he kind of threw his head back at me like, "What's up?" I immediately ran home, Architect, true story, and I gave him at the time your cassette, your Secret Society's cassette, and I tried to tell him, "Said, listen, you can really bridge your East Coast connection, your West Coast ties with this joint right here." Kind of nodded his head, and I ain't heard from him since.
Yep, that shit went right to the trash.
Statue of Liberty is actually a symbol of Americana. It's an American symbol. It's just in the East River because everybody was coming off of a boat at one point, and they wanted them to say Liberty was here in America.
Yeah.
But I get you.
Yeah, we got John P in the green room. We'll be right with you. We're just going through these birthdays real quick. So next birthday we have new artist just signed to Griselda, Boldy James.
Okay.
Come out of Detroit.
I don't know.
Dope MC, check him out, man. He put out
an
album.
He is, man.
He's real dope. Okay, do you guys know who this is right here?
Coco Chanel?
Yep. DJ from out, where's she out of? New York, right?
I believe the BX.
The BX, yeah. Shout out to Coco Chanel. Ali Shaheed Muhammad. Tribe Called Quest celebrates a birthday. Who knows who this is right here?
I have no clue.
This is Ka from out of Brownsville. You know, he puts out a lot of independent joints. Rock
yeah.
No.
Yeah, he was a part of Natural Elements back in the day when it was
now you're talking.
When it was a big crew, when it was a lot of them. Then after a while it was down to 3: L Swift, A Butter, and Mr. Voodoo.
Yeah.
But Kai used to run with them. You should check out his music, man. It's pretty good.
I might have to.
And also celebrating a birthday this week is hip hop. So 47 years ago, Kool Herc threw a back to school jam, 1520 Cedric Avenue.
That's the flyer?
This is the actual flyer right here. 25 cents for ladies, 50 cents for fellas.
Why we always gotta pay more, man? Even to this day, man. What the hell's going on, man? They bite the apple and then we gotta pay more. What's the problem? What the problem is?
They prefer to have women there than men.
If it was 25 cents for everybody, it'd be a sausage fest. You know what I'm saying,
bro? I'm sure just for the circumstances surrounding the environment, that was probably a lot of money.
Huh? Yeah, that's what like. Look at inflation, man. 25.
Right.
Saying, yo, I could have partied every day, man.
Right. For 1973, I'm telling you, man, they was scraping up, literally scraping up change.
And you had special guests, man. Coco, Cindy C, Clark K.
Is that Clark Kent?
And Timmy
T. Is that Clark Kent?
Is that DJ Clark Kent for the special guest?
I don't know. We'll have to find out.
I think he was a baby in 1973.
He probably was a kid.
Maybe. But I don't know. But I would love to see who Coco, Cindy C, Clark K, and Timmy T is. If they're still around, like a where are they now type shit.
And do you know who lived in the same apartment building? I think either above Kool Herc or below Kool Herc was the Rough Riders family, the Dean brothers.
Wow.
Yeah, they actually lived there. They back in the day. Yeah, so shout out to hip hop, man. 47 years. According to this. Some people say it's been out longer than that, but according to this, that's the birthday to hip hop. Asher Roth celebrated.
Asher Roth. Is he still doing shit?
I don't know, but the stuff he put out, I was feeling it back.
Yeah, it was good. It was drunk college boy shit, but it was dope.
Yeah, I remember I don't know if you remember, he did a joint where he remixed Pace One song, The Mayor.
Nah. The only joint that I really got heavy with was when he was rocking with Knots.
Oh, okay. I gotta check that out.
Yeah, that joint's tough.
Yeah, shout out to Asher Roth. And Dave probably knows who this is.
Oh man. Who is it?
Young Dolph. That chain is dope though.
That chain is, I was about to say, that shit is kind of crazy.
Right there,
yeah.
I don't like a lot of the jewelry these kids be wearing, but
that shit is tough though. That's hard as hell.
Yeah.
I probably would have had Papa Smurf, but that's all right.
Yeah, we got Tierra Whack, celebrating a birthday. New artist too. Sir Mix-a-Lot,
Wow.
the biggest one-hit wonder in hip hop.
He had one,
Probably one of the most successful.
but he only
one-hit
had one.
wonders.
Do you think? Well, I don't know. I guess my Houthi was a hit to me, but I guess from the surface, as far as being seen on TV.
Yeah, this was like a big one-hit wonder. Maybe got back. Then you had like Young MC, Bust a Move. You had Tag Team Whoop. There it is.
And he's still getting paid off of that damn joint.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So Prince Poe, one half of Organized Confusion, celebrates a birthday. That's one of my. How do you guys feel about this group back in the day?
Dope.
I thought they were dope, man.
Yeah.
Underrated.
Stress was one of my biggest songs. They had a joint called Fudge Pudge back in the day where they brought out OC.
Yo, speaking of OC, man, he's got, man. Yo, I've stumbled on so much new shit doing this little mix show before the Friday Night Live, man. I mean, Granddaddy IU's got new shit. OC's got new shit. Craig G's got new shit. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it.
Is
You know-
OC one of the founding members of DITC?
Who's that?
OC.
Yeah.
Not a founding member, but he's a member.
No. I thought he was in with Fat Joe and
Nah, OC,
Diamond D.
I think OC came aboard because he did a lot of work with Buck Wild. I think that's how because remember a lot of those cats are from the Bronx. OC is from Brooklyn. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's probably the only Brooklyn cat in the crew.
Mm. Yeah, even the new heads they putting out, it's crazy.
Yeah, Del the Funky Homo Sapien,
Yes.
underrated MC. Also, the younger cousin of Ice Cube.
That's
And,
wild.
founding member of the Hieroglyphics crew that consists of Casual, Souls of Mischief.
Damn, he looks dumb skinny in that picture.
Yeah. Favorite joint from him was Catch a Bad One. I don't know if y'all remember that for back in the day.
Too much partying and everything else in between for me to remember so much.
Then we got the Boss celebrates a birthday.
Damn, forgot about the boss.
That's the one that got caught lying, right?
Yeah, but I still thought she was, she was a dope MC back then, man.
Talking about one hit.
She had a couple of hits, man.
She did.
Boss, yeah. I think they called her out because she had this hardcore persona, and they found out she went to like private school and all that stuff. So she kind of got called out, but still had good music to me. And lastly, we got a producer from out of Detroit, Black Milk, celebrates a birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So we got our guest.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Where's the Dialect 718 picture?
I don't have it. 'Cause
Oh,
we celebrated the birthday last week, man, right when it happened. So
no, you should have put the picture up. We could. Okay, no problem. What about the picture I sent you with the whole hip hop community in the Bronx at Segway Avenue?
I gotta get that. I didn't get that email. I gotta check with it, and I'll pull it up.
Okay.
We got our guests about to come into the room from out of VA. Give it up for Ja P.
What's going on?
Joppy,
Good,
what up?
good.
What up?
What's happening?
How y'all doing, man?
All right, man. Yo, so Ja P just dropped a new project, man. Give us some insight on the new project, man. I've been talking with Beware a little bit. He seems a little bit
Right.
excited. I downloaded the joint. I've listened to a few of the joints. Trap a Hand, of course, was main video drop. And so how's the feedback and how's it going, man?
Feedback's great, man. For real. I mean, at this point, what I've been trying to do is get genuine plays, genuine comments, genuine views, and it's trying to go that route. But I know Beware, me and him we're at this point we're gonna be trying to pushing it on, blogs, and now we're gonna be trying to get it on different sites and paying people to promote it. So this is gonna be something that is gonna be a couple months stretch out for me for this project. I feel like to get it to where I want to be. But
Yeah, I mean that's good. That's good to hear, man. As far as you talking about stretching it out for a long term.
yeah, I mean it's a whole project. You know what I mean? It's not singles.
Right.
It's not a single where I can just release it and then try to come up with another single. You know what I mean? It's a whole thing where I can just promote and take my time on it. You know, and that's how I feel about music. I don't really gotta rush it.
Right.
I feel like, I'm not famous. I'm not somebody that's out here that's been here for years and everybody know about me. I'm trying to get my name out, so I'm gonna put as much music out as I can, and promote
Hold
it as
on.
hard as I can.
I'm gonna say this. You say you haven't been here for a while, but
Right.
I'll say that's not true because I remember you working with Ed on a few
Yeah,
videos back in the days, Joppy and Era.
yeah. I mean, in my eyes, the way I see it, what I mean by that is more in, I guess, my view. What I see. I don't see that people in California or the UK are listening to my music. I don't see that, But obviously, it's happening because People hit me up from different countries and different cities, and like, yo, I don't know who you are. You don't know me, but I rock with you. Like, I like your music a lot. Like this and that. I'm just like, dang, that's crazy. It's hard to believe it because I don't see it. So I
Right.
kind of I had that that mindset to where I'm just like, I've been sitting in the same spot in my mind until I see some kind of huge progression, then I feel like I kind of just stayed in the same spot. But that's just where I'm coming from in my perspective. But
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from too, though, because that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
And humble is good. Humble is
yeah,
good, but I'm here to let the world know that
right.
what you do and what you've been doing is high level shit. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Um. So yeah, the young man has been around for a while, and I've seen you
Yeah,
grow.
yeah.
In fact, Dominic, you went to Chancellor.
I went to Ponics. I went to
You went to
Ponics.
Ponix.
Yeah,
So anyway, that your name was spun around big during
right.
those times. So
Yeah.
you know. Anyway, I
It
had to put that out
Now you're
there.
right. You're right. It was. I mean, it was to the point where I couldn't even go nowhere, without somebody and their mama being like, "Yo, Joppy, like, what's up?" I'm like,
Nah.
dang. Like, I'm just trying to go get. I'm trying to get McDonald's real quick. A couple of people were trying to ask for a CD sign. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. I'm just trying, walk around Fredericksburg, but people kind of show love out here. It's kind of cool. Not
Yeah.
everybody show that much love though. I'm gonna be honest with you. Not everybody is getting that much love, and people hate around here. But at the same time, that's everywhere. I mean, I feel like that's
Well, that's why
everywhere.
we here. We here because we showing love to the culture. So
Yeah, that's
Joppy,
what's
how
up.
old are you?
27.
Okay, I must compliment you. Your music is very entertaining.
I
What is
appreciate that.
what is the symbolism with the rabbit head?
The rabbit hat. I was waiting. You know what? It's funny you say that. I've been waiting for that question. I haven't gotten that question yet, and it's kind of funny. But honestly, it was something that Beware brought to one of the first video shoots. It was the most hilarious thing to me. I saw it. I was like, man, we gotta put this in every video. And when I said it just started to happen. Like everybody just was like, "Yo, what you got the bunny hat? You got the bunny hat? Like we got the video shoot. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget the bunny hat." Like it was kind of like something that we just brought. It wasn't even something that I feel like was meant to be. It was just something that we found. It was like, okay, just add it in. I feel like people gonna ask about it. You know,
Who's the person with the head on?
what's that?
Who's the person with the head on?
He's the producer,
Oh,
one of my main producers. A Chuck Will. He actually produced a majority of the project, but I had one other producer named Moonstar. He produced like 4 tracks on the project as well. So yeah, I got 2 main producers in the squad that just pretty much take care of us. They give us free beats and we just go
That's
off. Yeah, we go
Yo,
off.
Copy. Don Wanamaker, how you doing, brother?
What's going on, bro?
Hey, first of all, I got 2 things here. Tappahannock, VA.
Hmm.
Uh, is that the big music city in Virginia? Is that where all of your talent is coming out of there? I think you got some
So it's
brother
funny you
from-
say that because honestly, I wasn't even thinking about Tappahannock when I came up with the name. Like, to be honest, it was more. I don't know if you're aware of Rappahannock, but I'm from the Rappahannock regional area, so that's kind of where I was kind of getting from. Tappahannock wasn't, where I was coming from. I just kind of wanted to put the T in front of the R, to kind of give it that trap name, and people be like, "Oh, what's this about?"
Okay, so you're from the Rappahannock area.
Yeah, Rappahannock. Yep.
Okay, I got it. I got it there. That makes sense there.
Yep.
The name Ja P. Ja, are you Rasta of Fire?
I'm
Explain.
not. It's funny you even say that because the name came when I was in, I want to say 10th grade in high school. I was trying to figure out a name. I was just, I was just going by Japel at the time. Like, I was just going by my real name, Japel. And one of my homies was like, man, he said, Japel too hard, man. I want to call you something else. And he he just started saying names, and it's out of nowhere. It was like Ja P, and it just started saying in the hallways. And then a lot of people just started calling me Ja P, and I just kind of just roll with it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use that for my rap name. See how people like it.
Wait a minute. Let me be clear. You're saying that your name is Geppetto?
Japel, like Dave Chappelle, but with a J.
Oh, not like Pinocchio Geppetto.
Nah, not Geppetto. But it's funny you say that because all my coworkers, that's what they call me. They call me Geppetto at work. Yeah, that's what they call me at work. So that's funny you said that.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. With the what's popping? I believe that is I'm trying to remember who wrote that. Jack Harlow.
Yeah, Jack Harlow.
Okay, that was a tribute to him, or you did that just
Well,
randomly?
honestly, I didn't even know about that song until somebody I had put like a little post out on Instagram. I was like, give me something to do. Like, give me a beat to do, y'all. Like, I need a song to rap on. And someone posted it, and I was like, okay, let's see what it's about. And I heard it, and I was like, okay, this beat kind of hard. I like this. And then not even 5 minutes later, somebody said the same thing, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and do this. And I wrote the verse. Not even an hour later, that next day, I got the song recorded. Next week, got did the video and just dropped it.
Okay, so you work fast.
Yeah, I like to. I mean, when I can get music done, I like to get it done and out. That's just my thing, man. I don't like to sit on music like that. That's why I was so pressed on getting Trappahannock out because I had it for so long and I was just sitting on it. I'm like, man, like so many people like this that I've just been playing it for, but a whole lot more people would give me more feedback if I just release it. If I just put it out. So that's what I kind of was like, because I was just so stuck on what it sounded like, what the mix was like, and I wanted to be a perfectionist on it, so I just sat on it, and I wanted 5 different people touching it, mixing it wise. And
Is Talk to the Hand? Is that trap? Can you consider that trap music? If I listen to Talk to the Hand,
what's that now? Is Talk to the Hand trap music?
Talk to the Hand is the video that we have up there on the top 10 independent hip hop countdown website there. I was asking, is that trap? Is it trap music?
In my opinion, I wouldn't call it trap. I would call it more just hip hop. You know what I mean? I wouldn't really call it trap in my opinion. But you got people that listen to trap that enjoy that song and will fill it in their playlist. So would think that it's trap for them. You know what I mean? But
the album's called Trappahannock, right? Trappahannock.
But yeah, Trappahannock. Yep.
All right. And again, but you wouldn't clarify. You wouldn't consider your music to be necessarily trap. You consider it hip hop. Okay.
It's more. And to be honest with you, it's more of the actual word trap. Like it's a trap. I'm trapping you in. Like
Got it.
Like you literally think this is about to be about trap when it's not, and now you're stuck.
Yeah, I can say from my honest opinion that it definitely you walk a line. There's a fine line. I'm an old head, and we are picky,
Right.
but I've grown to the point of understanding that there's going to be variations in what we've done, from our generation to the new generation. And when I hear what you do, I hear a lot of what we've witnessed as we've come up. So you're exactly right in what you say when you say that you get caught up, because the Talk to the Hand got me, and the Trap the Hand joint got me. There's a certain sound to it that keeps me engaged. So it's pretty accurate the way you define the answer to Don Juan.
That's what's up, man. I mean, that's what I want. That's the goal for my music, is to put it out and put it out as much as I can. I want people to be annoyed. I want people to see it as much as I see it. You know what I mean? And I want them to be like, man, like, what is this about? If they don't know about it yet, I want them to be like, you know what? I want to just click it. There's too many people sharing it.
The song is infectious, by the way. I mean, I find myself humming to the melody.
A lot of people do that. Trust me.
Hook, man. Congratulations, by the way.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I take pride in my hooks. I tell you that. In my hooks, I take pride in those.
I don't know how familiar you are with the NFL and NBA draft, but usually when a young guy comes out, they do a comparison of someone that's already in the league. And when I watch you, I get the comparison of a Lupe Fiasco or a Kanye West, that Chicago Midwest flavor. Have you ever heard that before?
Pretty much every time someone listens to me, you know what I mean? Like when they hear my music, they tell me instantly it's, you know, they get the Kendrick vibe. Like that's like the first automatic number one person that someone goes to. And I don't get mad, to be honest. Like people would think I would get upset because of that. Yeah, I said it in the song. I said, people say it sound like Kendrick, whatever. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I'd rather sound like him than somebody else that is terrible. Like Kendrick is, number one. When it comes to hip hop, you think of Kendrick Lamar, you don't say nothing bad. Like it's nothing bad to say about him. So when people compare me to him, I'm like, cool, say less. Like I'm not gonna stop doing what I do. Like at the end of the day, I'm not trying to sound like him, and it sucks because I don't even. My goal is to not listen to other artists that sound like me, so I get stuck in what they do. You know what I mean? I don't, because I'm a very infectious person. Like I'm a sponge. So if I hear something, I'm literally going to suck it and take it and take what I want out of it and put what I want into it. So
Joppy, explain to me how the most recent I fucked up how did that collaboration end up happening?
That's funny, yeah, man. Y'all could be geeking all night. I'm telling you. So look, cause that's my homie. Like I've known Maurice since 2000, maybe 2012, 2011, around that time when my son was born. But I've known him for a long time, man. We've always said like we just need to do a song together. We need to do a song together, and we never done a song. We never did a song. We always see each other, but we never did a song. So one day he just got tired, man. He just sent me a beat. He saw my email because I posted my email on my Instagram story. I was like, send me some beats. So he sent me a song. I guess he had the whole hook done, had his verse done. He just had an open verse. I was like, bet, like easy. Okay, cool. Like a month later goes down the road and he hits me up, was like, Ja, you got your verse done yet? I'm like, nah, I don't, my bad. So the nigga says, all right, well, I'm on the way to pick you up right now. We're about to go to Maryland. We're about to record your verse. I said, all right. And it sucked because I didn't even write my verse yet. Even though I love the beat, I was just stuck. I've just been doing so much more music and focusing on my album, trying to get that done. Because Trap and Handed was supposed to drop. I mean, I was thinking about dropping that back in February. You know what I mean? That was supposed to be dropped a long time ago. However, things happen. But he took me all the way to Maryland, got my verse done. And the thing is, I wrote my verse in the car. Like I didn't write the verse yet. So I'm writing the verse on the way to the studio. And we got that done. Finally, he hits me up that next week and was like, bro, we need to shoot a video for this. Too many people like this song. Like we haven't even dropped it yet. I'm like, all right, let's do it. So we go to Occoquan. I don't know if y'all know. Are y'all familiar with Occoquan?
Yep.
So we go to Occoquan, right over there by the old jail, where they had the old jail, and they had the
Mhm.
art. They had the art walls sticking up. So we went over there. It was like, yeah, it's gonna be a dope video. So we ended up shooting that, and it came out great, man. Like people love it. People love that song.
Now, how about the Beware connection? How did that happen? So, I ran into Beware years ago,
Right.
probably when we were around your age, and and kind of passed them on into like Master Hurricane and my man Corey Mudd, and all those guys. So, how did you hook up with the old fella?
That's funny you even name all those guys, man. I know all those guys, man. They know me since I was a kid, like for real, when I was just coming out. And they supported me from jump. So it's just crazy how that these names pop up still. You know what I mean? That's crazy. But Beware, it's funny, man. Like apparently he's known me all like since I've been doing this, pretty much. Which is the story for everybody when I meet them. They've known me since I've been starting music. And he he actually hit me up randomly on Facebook. I want to say 2 years ago, maybe almost 3 years ago now. And he was like, "Yo, who is managing you? Like this and that. Who is managing you?" And I didn't know him yet. I had no idea who he was. Like he randomly messaged me, "Who is your manager?" And I'm like, nobody. Honestly, I ain't got nobody's man. I kind of just been doing my own thing, just getting my own shows, doing my own merch, getting my own stuff promoted and distributed. That's kind of how I've been doing it. So he was like, "Man, you need more. I feel like you need more, and I want to help you." So it was kind of like, it was funny because it was like he forced himself onto me, but in the most humble and the most like he wants to help me so bad way. Like he was just like, "Bro, like I barely know you as a person, but I feel like I've known you forever, and you're a brother to me, and I love you." Like this is the first conversation we had. Like he straight up told me he loved me as a brother. Like was like, "Bro, like I just want so much more for you." And this and that. Rico Nasty is my daughter. Like she's
Right.
I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like
Do
after
you
that,
get?
what I mean, it was kind of like, and the thing is, he actually knew somebody that I knew through Maurice. Maurice and I, like I said, we've known each other for years. We've known other guys that's known Beware for years, So it's kind of like that whole circle. They knew who I was, but I didn't know the whole circle. It
Yeah,
was
and
like I said.
let Maurice know we trying to get him on here too. So just
Oh yeah, definitely,
FYI.
definitely. It's funny you even bring him up. Like I said, man, like it's my homie, and we talked about it. He's been talking to Beware. He's been trying to get pretty much in our clique that we got. Just kind of just getting promoted how I promote.
Will we
I
ever
promote
see?
everybody in my squad. So what's that?
Sorry, Joppy. I was just gonna say, will we ever see a Rico Nasty and Joppy collab?
That's gonna be in the works. Yes, that's actually something that we've been talking about. Rico actually recently been hearing about me. Through obviously Beware, and it's funny because I believe him too. He don't show my music. Like he don't just be like, "Hey Rico, listen to him, listen to Ja P." Like he don't do that. What he'll do is he just play my music. Like if she walking around the house or she, they in the car riding together, he just play my music, and she'll be like, "Yo, who is this?" Oh,
I
this is
know
this is
if
So
if that shit happens, that shit's gonna be epic.
and I already have the beat for it. I'm just waiting for her to say yeah. I already got the song ready to go. I just want her to say
Yeah,
yeah.
that shit's gonna be epic. That shit's gonna set it off. Just I can tell.
That'll definitely set it off. I mean, we done the show together. That was pretty cool. I want to say last year sometime. Um, I want to. Where was it at? DC. Yeah, it was in DC. But yeah, she's a dope person. Like I said, I mean, and going back off of what we were talking about, Beware, he out of nowhere, he when we first were linking up, he was like, "Man, all right, so I got a cousin, and my cousin he manages Dave Chappelle." I said, "Okay, cool," In my mind, I'm like, "All right, I got to see it to believe it," In my mind, I'm like, "All right, cool. You talk about it, but everybody say, you know, they cousins with Dave Chappelle, or you know, cousins or friends with, you know, stuff like that. All right, I said, all right, well, set up a meeting. He set up a meeting that next week, and I found myself in DC sitting down on the table talking to Dave Chappelle manager. I'm like, all right, that's crazy, because I looked him up before I even, you know, talked about him, you know, talked to him or anything. I looked him up, and when I saw him, I was like, oh, okay, this is him. This is the real deal. So, all right, cool. We meet. What's that? Go
I
ahead.
was going to say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Did you want to finish your statement?
I see what you were saying. I can run off. You good?
Okay, I was just wondering, do you consider yourself a nerd?
Do I consider myself an artist?
A nerd?
A nerd?
Yes.
Man, I consider myself whatever anybody else will see me. I consider myself me, man. I don't like. I'm just me. I've always been me. I ain't never fell into no fads. I ain't never, you know what I mean? Like everybody that know me, they know I was never that one that followed the crowd. You know, just when everybody was wearing foam posits and Jordans, I'm wearing Vans and Chucks. You know what I'm saying? Like
nerds get lots of women's these days. At least I'm told. I wouldn't know any difference. Talk to the hand just dropped. Are you moving? Did you just drop a new visual for a new song? What's your next song that you're plugging?
Okay, so the next songs that I'm actually doing videos for are from the album. I want to say "Spoiled," "Girl Gotta Work," and "Truth or Dare." Yeah, that's the next. Those are the next three. Cause I got a few guys that want to shoot that have literally been telling me, "Hey, I got dibs on this song." Like, I'm like,
A Waiter, by the way, a big fan of A Waiter. Been seeing a lot of his work. Like A Waiter, if you're listening, man, we'd like to get you on the show as well. You know, what was your relation to getting A Waiter to do your visual?
man, me and A Waiter we've been long overdue as well. You know, everybody that I kind of been doing music with now and dropping out with now, we just been long overdue. You know, it just been a long time to get us in the studio or get us in the, you know, a session or a video shoot to actually do it and get it done. But A Waiter, I've been a fan of his work for years. You know, for years since probably he started. You know, and
Yeah, Amplified, by the way. Yep.
yeah, he's been doing it for a long time, so he's been killing it. But he's been a fan of me probably just as long. You know, like he's known my music since I put out my first album, and you know he always will send me random messages and be like, "Yo, we gotta work. Like we gotta work. This random messages. We gotta work. We gotta work. I can get you in this video. We gotta shoot." And I fell upon. I don't know if y'all are aware of this guy named Basquiat. You ever heard of Basquiat?
The painter?
What's that?
Basquiat the painter?
Nah. So he goes by Basquiat. That's his rap name. He goes by Basquiat, but he also goes by Boz the Rain Man. I don't know if y'all, like I said, I don't know if y'all heard of him. He's from Fredericksburg, but he started a record label called Black State University. Him and somebody named Valmore Gold. He's out in Texas. So they started that. A Waiter's a part of it. He shoots videos for everybody in the group, you know, for a discounted price. They hit me up. They were like, "Hey, Jai, you want to be a part of the group?" I've known every single one of the artists, every single one of the, you know, people in there since I've been doing music. Sure, why not? This happened like a year ago. You know, this is when I was trying to just get music out in general. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I got signed a contract. Cool. Say less. And and from then on, we finally got the work done to where we could sit down and say, hey, let's get a video done. And we sat down with, like, you know, and this was right before coronavirus. Like, I mean, I'm talking about the day before they hit us with curfews and all that stuff. The day before was when we shot Talk to the Hand, because the cops were out there, but they were telling us, you know, we got to, you know, stay 6 feet apart, and if we want to shoot in different spots, we got to walk in different areas. And I was
Virginia,
like, man,
still Virginia sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, so that happened, but we got it done. At the end of the day, we got the video done, and boom.
So when you're in the studio and you're doing that speed rapping, Does it take you multiple takes?
Um, it depends what I'm doing. Honestly, it depends what I'm doing. Like, and also it depends on what kind of day it is too. Like, if it's a day to where if I've been working all day, because I'm an electrician, you know what I mean. So if I go to work all day, I'm kind of beat by 6 o'clock. You know, trying to be in the studio and working, you know, and rapping fast. I'm kind of beat.
Do they actually connect everything in the studio?
Nah, it's funny because there are times where I'm in the studio and I'm like, yo, y'all gotta get that fixed. I'm like, I'm like that gotta get fixed. What is that?
Right. We're
Yeah.
suffering from that right now. It seems to be some sort of static in our conversation with you. Please forgive us.
Nah, y'all good. I can still hear you. Y'all good.
It's the air.
Fantastic.
We gotta
So,
work on the headphones and mic next time, Joppy. We'll get you straight, bro.
Heard that. Heard that.
who's the one doing the ad libs in your songs?
That's me. I'm everything. I'm
You,
everything, man. I'm singing. I'm rapping. I'm doing the noises. I'm doing the different pitches. I'm doing all that, man. That's I kind of sit there at the studio and like it's funny that we're talking about it because someone like not even 2 days ago after I dropped the project asked me if I could sit in the studio with them and if they can pay me to sit in the studio and pretty much help incorporate, you know what I mean, like the sound of it. So it's that's kind of like my gift at the end of the day. I feel like I'm that person that I just got an ear, man. I got the ear to where I just know what's gonna sound good, like what's gonna sound good or what's gonna sound bad. I
Do,
got a
do you
certain
produce all
style.
your music? Do you produce your own music? Is that what I'm hearing? Do you engineer the
So
sound or
I've
what?
produced my music up until I want to say like all my life. I produced everything I've done up until 2015 when I just started reaching out to other people, saying like, "Hey, I'm tired of listening. I'm tired of listening to my own beats. I'm tired of listening to my own stuff. I want to hear somebody else. I want to hear me on somebody else's stuff." But obviously, for me, I'm thinking it needs to be original. I'm not a YouTube beat type kind of guy. I'm not that guy. I don't like the
So what were you using to produce your beats at the time?
Fruity Loops was my go-to. That was my
Okay.
baby. That was my baby. I mean, I was doing this since I was 14. I was making beats at 14 years old, man. Just literally hitting every button on the program, trying to figure out what each thing did, and I got to where I mastered it, and I started engineering my own music, started making my own beats, and I was like, okay, you know, and then it got to a point where people were like, man, like, what else can you do? I'm like, you're right. Let me hear myself on somebody else. Let me see what other people got, and let's see if they can make something that fits me, not just something that they make or made before, and I'm just hopping on. You know what I mean? I want something that's built around what I do. You know, so a lot of the
Right.
music that was on Trapper Handed was built on me, straight like that. I mean, it was something different, but it was built around what the producers know and them sitting with me and listening to what I do and kind of getting the feel of how I like my kicks, how I like my hi-hats, how I like my claps, you know what I mean? There's a certain way for me. I like to bounce. I like to kind of hop around in my music. I don't like to be stale or stay in one spot. I don't like to keep one flow, you know.
I totally appreciate the dancing and the music. My teenage daughter, we got outside and tried to do a little bit of dancing ourselves to it. So
Right.
definitely encouraging it and definitely a little bit of hop to it. Absolutely. No
let
rabbit
me
hat.
Yeah. That's
let me
that's
ask you, Joppy,
what's up.
would you do you think the reason that you haven't been signed is because of the location you're in?
My bad. What'd you say now?
I said, do you think the reason you're not signed is because of the location you're in?
Um, that's maybe a third of the battle, maybe. I feel like, I mean, yeah, Fredericksburg is a small area, and it's not somewhere where you feel like people are getting hurt, you know what I mean? But at the same time, a lot of people are out here, and it's crazy. It's just I don't understand why, I don't understand why it's taking so long or it's so hard for artists like us to come out of Fredericksburg because we have a lot of talent and people know about Fredericksburg. You know, it's not like Fredericksburg is some random place at this point. I mean, Fredericksburg been on the news, you know, and people know about Fredericksburg at this point. So it's literally people taking the time out of the day and saying, I want to help somebody out in Fredericksburg, you know, and it's just, we just need that one person. Whoever can do it, whoever will, it'll happen one day. You know, I feel like somebody will, but until then, I'm just going to keep on putting music and doing what I know, doing what I do best. So.
Let me just say, if I had the power or own the record label, I would sign you immediately, young man. I think that you are a talent for the future as well as the present. I don't go around tooting horns for everybody. I thought that you're a unique talent. I heard your music, and when you tell me that you were the person that's creating all of the ad libs and things like that, it just makes me marvel at who you are, Ja P. And if you don't get signed, it would be a crime against the culture. No question there. Just a statement.
Oh man, yeah. It's so crazy because when you say these words and you tell me these things, like so many. Oh, yo, I'm weak.
There he is. He got it. He got it. Wow. That's it. Wow.
Yo, I am so weak. I'm mad he got the buddy mad. I'm mad that's like the exact same one almost, pretty much. That's
Yo,
hilarious.
that's dope. That's dope. Yo, yeah, you guys have to check out my man Ja P, his music, because the videos they're up. We're gonna put them up on the website on the Facebook so everybody can enjoy them. And that's what we were talking about, the bunny head. Shout out Don Juan the Mac. Man, that's rich, kid.
I ain't gonna lie.
I had to do it for Ja P. I said, yo, man.
That was good, man. I was not expecting that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't expecting that one.
To piggyback off of what David was saying, I think what it is in an age where music has become so McDonaldized, individuals, and I'll say what intrigued me about yourself and Maurice actually, and that's why I was saying that's your homeboy. I hit him up on Facebook. I'm trying to get him on the show. You guys break the mold. You guys go outside of the boundaries. You guys aren't scared to take the risk in an age where everybody is really quick to just push out drive through fucking fast food music. You guys take time and it shows. The individuality shows. So I have to kind of agree with David fully with what he's saying. It would definitely be a crime to the culture.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate it, man. For real. It's crazy. I've been doing it, like you said, for a while, and it's like when I hear these things, I'm like, man, yeah, y'all right. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. But it's like, damn, I'm still making music in the same studio. You know what I mean? I'm still, you know,
Hey, listen, man. There's nothing wrong with
that.
that. Sometimes progress don't look like progress, brother. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, if you ain't doing it because you love it, then you're doing it for the wrong fucking reason.
You're right about that.
And it shows when you and guys like Maurice and even RO's new project, when you see it, there's passion. There's a passion behind it. It's gonna happen whether you're getting paid or not, and that's the difference between, at least for me, I embrace the guys that's gonna do it regardless. You know what I'm saying? So enough respect.
I appreciate that, man, for real.
Is Virginia's radio station playing your music?
Nah. I mean, I just released, like I said, this project yesterday, and before that, I probably released a project maybe in 2018, and then one in 2017. But before that, it was kind of just I was putting music out on SoundCloud at that time. I wasn't even putting anything out on iTunes or anything.
Well, you give me those guys' number. I'll call them up for you.
Yeah, say less. But the thing is, it's not even the fact that I want to not be on the radio. I don't know, man. I'm just weird about the radio because I was on the radio in 2015. I was on the radio. Me and Era, we got two of our songs on the radio actually, and you know, they were kind of, the way they did business wasn't the way I kind of was expecting it. You know what I mean? I was kind of like, we showed up one day in the meeting. We had the meeting, and the next month or two, we were supposed to have this done in like weeks span. You know what I mean? And it took like 3 months, but that's because we were like kind of pressing them. So it was kind of like, I kind of got annoyed with them. I wasn't really trying to deal with it, so I kind of rebelled in my own mind. Like, all right, I'm not rocking with, you know, these people. If they reach out to me, that's different, but I'm not, you know. That's what I was kind of in my mindset.
So whatever happened to Era, you still speak?
Oh yeah, that's funny you even bring him up. We just did a track, not even a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So I would say to anybody that's watching, or even the crew here on Friday Night Live, Google Joppy and Era. If you look, he kind of states that he's not where he wants to be. But if you look, if you see now, David, you're a researcher, so I know you're on your game on. You'll see the growth, you'll see the development from an artist's perspective. These two young men, I mean, they were killing it years ago. So Joppy and Era, definitely Google that, anybody that's watching, and check out the history, and you'll see the growth.
Well, I could definitely tell the fact that you are a mature, evolved MC from the way that you spit them lyrics. That speed rap is not something that a rookie can do. That's only a professional technique. Only Jay-Z, Busta Rhymes, Eminem types can do that. So and then when Don asks, were you actually a Caribbean roster for the name Ja, and you say you weren't, that even gave you more credibility in your ability to spit the lyrics. I don't know how the terminology that they use, but that is exactly what is going on when you rap. Now, one question that I have from the Nintendo 64 bit. What is your favorite game from Nintendo 64?
Smash Bros.
Say again?
Super Smash Brothers.
Oh, I just knew you was going to say James Bond. But okay.
Nah, Super Smash Brothers. I'm a Mario kid, man. I was always a Mario kid. I grew up on Mario. Super Mario, Sonic. You know, I grew up on the Atari. I grew up on the Genesis, Sega Genesis. You know, stuff like that. Those are my games. I like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, games like that. You know, I grew up on those old school games. I'll still play those games. You won't catch me playing Call of Duty though. You won't catch me playing that.
Okay.
But I bet you I'll bust your ass in Mario Kart though.
I got the app on my phone. If you want to go ahead and just multiplayer me real quick, I got the number, everything. What's up?
I like that. You don't take things serious. That's great.
I take my Mario serious now. I'll tell you that. Hey, I'm leave my crib. Folk leave my house. I don't want to play with you no more, nigga.
Okay. We got it.
Nah, nigga, I don't play no game.
All right. So now we're to that crucial moment right now, Mr. Joppy.
Right.
Unfortunately, winding down now. This great interview. You're very forthcoming and honest, and I appreciate that, as well as allowing us to enjoy your talent. But we would like to enjoy it a little bit more with the quick 16 from you, sir, if you could, please.
All right, quick 16. Ignorant visions making vigilant pictures, signature written on money I spend on innocent women. Never mixing with business unless they mix with connections. You tend to rap about riches, but you nothing more than indigent. Penny pitching through furniture. The rap collection I come through and man, I'm sorry. I can't even rap. I can't even rap no more, bro. I'm done.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Hey, Dave will put you on the spot, but you rose to the challenge anyways, man.
I'm not like I'm not an on the spot rapper, but when I do it, I'm like, all right, I gotta do it. Then oh wait,
Give a big shout out to Beware for us though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Big
yeah,
shout
for
out
sure. For sure.
No
for
doubt.
Sure.
Hey, let Maurice know we're trying to get a hold of him. We're trying to get him on the joint, man.
Oh yeah, I will. I
Yeah,
definitely.
Maurice.
And I do
Nice,
have your
man.
number, so that Mario Kart challenge is on.
Tell you, you don't want it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. People like
fuck
that.
around and stream it live on HipHopCitizen.
All right. I'm gonna fuck around. I'm about to lose a fan, y'all.
Thank you, Jackie, for joining us.
Yes, sir.
A great
Yeah, I know, man. I
night,
appreciate y'all, man. For real.
Thanks for checking in, brother.
All right,
Come
y'all.
back anytime,
All
brother.
right, peace.
For sure. Holla at me.
God bless.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Video by A Waiter. Shout out to A Waiter as well.
Yes. That the trap hand. What is it called?
Trapahanic.
Trapper-handed. Yes. Congratulations to that young man. I see his future is going to be bright. You were saying? I'm sorry.
No. I totally missed the R in Trapahanic. I thought he said Tappahannock because there's a town called Tappahannock and it's a real small town, and that's where Chris Brown is from.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? To your point, that's what I was with it. As far as thinking it was that he moved because he had been in the area for a while. And when I saw that, I said, "Oh shit, he must have moved out the area." But with him explaining it, I kind of get it.
And the sound, right? Because I mean, he's right. I didn't get a trap vibe from that. I definitely got a saying a more a popular a pop vibe to the music. So it definitely has a mass appeal to it, and it definitely has a melody, and it's definitely a song that it's really. I hate to say it, but it's a family.
Nah, listen, man, listen, and I'm here to say it. I'm speaking on behalf, and I don't generally put my neck out there for nobody. And I don't know who it was I spoke with. I don't know if it was Dialect or you, Don Juan, but he was brought to my attention years ago. This was years ago. This is when my son was letting me know, because he knows I'm strict with my shit. My rules for hip hop is, you know how we are. We're very particular in what we believe in, and so he brought it to my attention.
It's hard to get anybody past you guys.
You already know, and when my son brought that to my attention, I was blown away by what these young men were spitting, and so these guys will get my support. The Maurices and
look, yeah, these kids are the future, no doubt about it, Architect.
So and again, it goes back to the individuality. We see so much program drive-through bullshit, and I like to see these guys that are coming up and they're taking their own lane, and they're not scared to admit it. When Dave asked the question, what do you consider yourself? He said he doesn't give a shit what anybody thinks, and that's hip hop.
Well, no. The number one question of the night has to be, where the fuck did Don Juan get that goddamn rabbit head from?
Yeah, no, Don Juan is a freak, man. He's a freak, man.
Hey, as my teenage daughter said to me, she says, "Dad, it's cosplay." I said, "What?" She says, "Anime, like anime."
Yeah, anime, yeah.
So I said, "All right, cosplay is a new word, okay."
Yes, man,
exactly. Sherry T, that's exactly the point. So Sherry T's a hip hop head too, as we all know, based on her always jumping on the stream. And this is where I admire these guys. It's not. I wouldn't say generally it's my sound that I prefer, but there is individuality, and if there is individuality, I will give it the ear. Yes, freaks are good, I heard.
Oh man, I wanted to hang out with Don Juan until he put on that rabbit head. Thank you, Don Juan. I mean, Ja P was a gem. An absolute genius.
Yeah.
But
you got to see the video, Dave. to your point, Dave, you got to see the video, and maybe that had to make sense. You know what I'm saying? So check out the video "Talk to the Hand" by Ja P.
And also just kind of to keep on that note, the fact that he said what Beware said to him originally when they first introduced each other lets me know that he's in good company. Like I said, me and Beware have crossed paths back in the days, and we kind of exchanged producer numbers that anybody that we were dealing with. And for him to see the same thing that I see just from afar, and for him to actually take a hands-on approach and try to push this young man forward, it lets me know that I'm thinking right.
Ron Neal, what up, Ron Neal?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think that's Beware.
That is Beware.
Yeah.
See,
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
if I can say that.
Good evening, sir. That and to your point, architect, that was an absolute phenomenal get.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, there's a pool that, to Ja P's statement as far as the area, the question that you asked when you asked about being where he's from, not being signed. Now, mind you, we've had guests. We've had Born Unique. He's from the same area. We've had these guys from the same roundabout area, whether it be Fredericksburg or Woodbridge or what have you. We've had them on the show, so it's just showing you that there's a pool of talent that's not being tapped into. I ain't me a freak.
Oh, don't even read that. Don't even read that, sir. Don't even read that. Only the literate people understand what's going on here. Okay. Anything else outside of that, we're not going to touch. Hey, Dialect, what's going on in the news, brother?
Yeah, it's a lot going on in the news, man. I mean, like I said, hip hop celebrated the 47th birthday.
Yeah.
Which is huge, man. Look how long it's come, man. I mean, when you think about Biggie and the Juicy song saying, remember rapping Duke, the hard, I never thought that hip hop would take it this far. It's like, it's crazy, man. I remember being a kid in the early days of hip hop in the early 80s. Remember watching the Bad Boys. I don't know if you remember them from out of East New York where they sampled the Inspector Gadget beat.
Oh, yeah.
They did the video in the junkyard and all that shit. I was like, yo, this thing is cool, but look at it now. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
the billionaires now and shit.
Like I remember vividly from my younger years, it being called a fad.
Yeah.
I remember my uncle Ozzy Santiago, and you'll see him on my Facebook page when you look at the John Capullo page. Motown head, like he was always playing the Motown and the disco and all that shit. Yes, Mary Walker, 45 here. But those same folks were like, that's not gonna last. This is just a fad. It's not. And this thing is a $1 billion industry. This thing is world. Sorry, I had to kill those mosquitoes flying around. This is a $1 billion industry. This is worldwide. With the mix show that I've been doing prior to Friday Night Live, that I've been trying to lead in Friday Night Live with, I'm getting Brazil, I'm getting Colombia, I'm getting Africa. I cannot explain the joy that I feel when I'm getting that shit. I can't help it, man.
Around the world, baby.
Yeah, just the evolution of the music when it started with DJs or MCs speaking over the breaks when the DJ would play the breaks. And just to think it evolved from that into like full-blown songs and into this full-blown genre.
And clothing.
Correct. It's like the top genre in music right now.
Absolutely.
Yo, I was out to eat today. Actually, I went out and I was out in Boonies. Being in Virginia, it's easy to find the Boonies. Out by Lake Anawan. And I'm eating and they're playing country music. Okay. This is country music for 2020. And the background beats is break beats.
Oh.
And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, this is how far it's come.
Oh, hip hop, absolutely. Yeah, architect. I'm here in Texas, Dallas, Texas. I go to a rodeo, and the guys are riding bulls to hip hop. They got a DJ in the booth. There's bulls. They got the cowboys, the cowgirl groups, and they're listening to rap music. It's hip hop, baby.
Yeah. Hip hop is the number one music genre, but techno still gets paid more. So we have to figure that out.
That's good.
Well, and I guarantee you, if I played techno, we'd fly under the radar and we wouldn't get dinged either, like I do when I You know, and I think that for me, that's the frustration in all of it is we've been so underground and we've um, kind of been like the stepchild, the beaten stepchild, but they still manipulate and take advantage of it to this day. You know, I can't fucking play the dope shit because they're gonna block us and they want to own all the rights, but they still want to shit on it and make it look bad.
Well,
they're gonna take the whole 2-hour video for that 1 minute.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
when Wet Ass Pussy needs 48 hours to become the #1 record in the world, that's just a statement in itself.
Yeah, you know, and with that particular song, everybody kind of giving them bad reviews. But look, man, there's been bad shit from day one. We've dealt with commercial and bad shit from day one. Let it breathe. You don't want it, you don't like it, don't listen to it, don't watch it. That's simple.
I always feel it's like that. That's what they push on us though, because I remember in the movie Malcolm X by Spike Lee, where he was speaking to Elijah Muhammad, and Elijah Muhammad had the glass of water with dirt in it, and he said, "Yo, if this is all the people have to take, they'll drink it." But then he had a glass with clean water, and then he said if they had a choice, they'll choose the clean water. So it's like if mainstream that's the type of hip hop they're pushing, you know, you can't get mad at Cardi being those people because that's what the mainstream is pushing. That's how they want to make their money. But hip hop is like, it's diverse. It's like so many different styles. But I feel like a lot of the talented people like Ja P, who we just have on, they don't get a lot of airplay. That's why you have to be, you know, grateful right now that hip hop is in the state that it's in right now because of the internet, that we're allowed to have access to all this great music right now. But yeah, that's why, you know, songs like, you know, Cardi B's WAP gets pushed because I think that's what the mainstream wants to push for hip hop. So at the same time, they could promote it, they could criticize it at the same time to like make the whole genre not seem legitimate, you know?
So I understand what you're saying. You're saying that they put that out because they think that it'll be a shit record and then it'll discredit hip hop somewhat.
Correct, the genre, correct. Because
So
it's violent and sexist, you know, it's all of this stuff when there's tons of underground and conscious music out there.
hey, but listen,
I mean, you know, you don't. I mean, it's supply and demand. I mean, there's a market for it, and that's why it's popping. I don't
It's
think
not supply and demand, is what's pushed on us.
it's called supply and program.
Correct.
That's what it is, you know. And so, the thing is this: when if you live in the middle of America, where you don't really fucking get the exposure to people of color or other ethnicities or what have you, and no different than the man that lives in or the woman that lives in the inner city that doesn't leave the 4 blocks. If that's all you see every day,
Yeah.
then what's going to be your assumption when you approach that in real life? Oh, she wants to twerk. Oh, he wants to do coke. Oh, like, so it's, I don't know. It's pretty wild to me, man.
It's like, but see, I grew up in hip hop at the time when in the 80s where crack was king. You know what I'm saying? Where it was heavily violent. You know what I'm saying? But I would still listen to, like, I guess at the time, you know, what was considered hip hop back then was considered like the lyrical stuff, the party joints, have fun. But, you know, I feel like I could still listen to a Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
You know?
But Cardi B said that there are conscious rappers, female in particular, she mentioned, and still that's not what is being pushed. No one's checking for that. They don't get the streaming numbers that WAP would receive. So it's not their fault. It's not the industry fault. I think Don Juan was right. It is supply and demand.
No. It's what they push on us, man. Because like
it's supply and program, bro.
Yeah, I noticed this in the 90s when you had a lot of dope music out in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? And they were pushing a lot of the Southern music. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of the cats that were out that are actually doing some lyrical joints weren't getting as much play.
But let's put it into perspective, man. Initially, we had like the Poor Righteous Teachers. We had Brand Nubian. You had KRS-One, like Public Enemy. Let's keep going on and on as far as like the knowledge and the wisdom that was being given. And it's not everything has a time and a place, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna sit here and say that, you know, Drop It Like It's Hot wasn't a joint that I didn't listen to, that I wasn't feeling. But everything has a time and a place. You know what I'm saying?
But then too, you had Black Star and Dead Prez around the same time when they had the No Limit Cruise and the Cash Money. But I felt like those cats weren't getting a lot of airplay. because of the content.
And so I think that's where, for me, I will say when and this I say this a lot when I do the streaming and I play joints for heads. If you're not looking for it, then you're just lazy. If you're allowing
Right.
the mainstream to be your only avenue of being fed something, then you're just fucking being lazy because it exists. But we all know hip hop has never been about radio, about fame, about big dollars. Hip hop has always been about the culture and about lyrics and about substance,
But
right?
before the Cardi B song came out, there's that hit song from Janae Aiko, I believe her name is, the Pussy Fairy. That's a hit song. So
I ain't never heard that one.
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying.
Put it in your mouth by Akinelli.
The average music fan that listens to the radio, I don't know how many there are because there's so many big avenues that you can listen to music, but they are choosing these particular songs to make them number one because that's how they become number one from listeners' requests and popularity of listeners listening to stations.
So what do you think? So I'm gonna pose this question to everybody here. What do you think the effects? Do you think the effects of whatever mainstream is being pushed and does affect ultimately the environment, youth, whatever? Does it affect negatively? Number one, how we're viewed and how people act. Because if you play something long enough, and I just know this from experience because I'll have my daughters in the car and they'll play something. I'm like, that shit's whack. And you know how it is. If you're a parent and your kids get in the car, they take over the radio, and you're not going to take that away from them. You got to let them live. And I want to know what the hell they listening to. You know what I'm saying? You play that enough times. If you play something fucking 50 times, eventually you're going to be like this. Even though you hate the shit. That's why I say it's more programming than it is anything.
Yeah, it's
But
definitely.
nobody's listening to the radio in that consistency. You're talking maybe an hour or two drive to work, back and forth to work. No one's turning the radio on in their home actually, because if it was, it would be a dying medium.
Well,
I don't think I have that much control anymore because I have so many options. I can go to YouTube, Tidal, Spotify.
But you know that. So this is the thing, right? I remember I used to pay for satellite radio because they were playing things that were not played on mainstream radio. I recently canceled satellite radio because they're playing the same exact shit that the mainstream radio is playing. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and I think that's why I say again, when I do the stream before the show, I let people know this is what I want. If you're gonna send and submit shit, I'm looking for this. Cause that lane is already fucking enormous. You got the fucking information superhighway locked down. Give me this.
Yeah, you're right about satellite radio because I worked for a brief moment at Sirius Satellite when I was like programming a lot of the shows, and I would program stuff from Hip Hop Nation and Shade 45, and you would say like, "Yo, you guys should have diverse programming as far as hip hop is concerned because your satellite radio, they were all playing the same thing." You know, and it's like thank God for the internet, man, because I think groups like Griselda and all these groups wouldn't have blown up if it wasn't for like YouTube.
And it's not to say that they don't play the shit that we talking about, right? But what they do is they do like they used to do back in the days. They push it on the time slots when nobody fucking listens.
Garbage is still garbage.
Yeah, garbage in, garbage out.
No, I'm just talking about Griselda.
Nah, come on, stop it.
This fucking guy,
Nah,
yeah.
Listen, man.
They haven't crossed over yet. They've been in the business for 5 years. They had mainstream names behind them. Jay-Z, Eminem. They fucking garbage, period.
And they're millionaires.
No, they're not.
Millionaires. They pay.
And they're millionaires, man. Listen, Conway
That don't mean shit.
Conway just put out a joint.
Now it don't mean shit, huh? But you talking about Billboard all the time.
No. You can be paid for garbage. Don't get it twisted. I mean, there's been garbage put out there for years.
Yeah, like G-Unit.
Garbage don't get played on the radio. Period.
Like Lloyd Banks.
I'm gonna have to take a page from Juan's book, man. I think Dave, your issue with Griselda is that they're Buffalo-based MCs.
No, that my they don't make anything that makes me happy. That makes me glad to hear it. I don't listen to it because it depresses me. I don't want to be depressed when I listen to music. What the hell am I? A female with emotions? Get the hell out of here with that bullshit.
I've never seen somebody so upset about Griselda before as you, man. Somebody in the music that saved your life.
Because I'm tired of hearing them as if there's somebody that should be reveled in or acknowledging. They are not. They are not that type of group. That guy Conway, one guy, that's the only one I could say made me say and one rap that he did on the freestyle 106 beat. After that, there's just, if I could flush them, they'd be gone.
I'll be honest with you. Some of the heads that they're pulling in, I find to be doper than the mainstays. To be honest with you.
You know what it is? I think here's what it is. They didn't bring anything new to the game. This is something that they kind of resurfaced.
It's
a throwback to like Ray and Ghost.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right, exactly.
Ray and Ghost with more soulful beats.
Right.
So it's something that's old, but to the newer cats that's been listening to trap music all of their life, they hear this stuff now and think, whoa, these guys are gods. When we know, we just like it because it reminds us of the 90s.
That's facts.
We heads like it because it's different from the trap music. So I can't get mad at them because they created a lane that nobody wanted to mess with, and they made it hot again.
Right.
So I respect them because of that alone. Because when you see them come out now, you got groups like 38 Special and his Trust Army coming out of Rochester, New York. You know what I'm saying? And they put on some New York cats who kind of fell off. The late Fred the Godson, they put him on. This one kid in Philly, he used to go by Rain Man. Now he goes by RJ Payne. They kind of brought him back.
That's my man right there.
Yeah, so it's like, I'm glad that they kind of giving these guys another shot, man. That's why I respect Griselda, because they came in the game doing their own thing.
Yo, Dave, you heard RJ Payne?
What hit has he written?
Listen, let's not talk about hits. Yeah. Let's talk about skill set. Have you heard RJ Payne?
I heard of the baby.
No. Listen. Have you listened to RJ Payne? Don't be lazy on me now. Don't just give me what the radio's giving you.
No.
Bro.
I'm giving you what the hits are. I'm telling you who making the hits. See,
you're giving me what the radio's giving me. Right. You give me what the radio's giving me. Gotcha.
You want me to be honest with you? I'll give you this. Ja P, who we just had on, he should be on the radio.
For sure. 100%.
And I enjoy his music better than I enjoy those guys from wherever they are, West Buffalo.
I would say this.
West Buffalo, fuck.
Go check out RJ Payne, David, for real.
I will.
You'll be like, okay. And I find him to be honest with you, out of that whole crew, out of that whole conglomerate, RJ Payne to me is the more legit as far as like constantly spitting them fucking fire, bro.
Yeah. And you know how RJ Payne got his start. I don't know if you remember when Puffy had Making the Band. He was actually one of the finalists, but he went by
serious?
He went by the name of Rain Man. He didn't make the group. But and also, I don't know if you remember when MTV had this battle when they had MCs going head to head to win a deal with Def Jam.
Yeah.
He actually won. But he went by the name of Rain Man back then.
Bro.
I don't know what happened to that whole deal, but he comes back again almost 15 or 20 years later.
Exactly, man.
But because of people like Griselda, who helped to bring that sound back, it's allowing all these guys to come back.
Bro, that cat RJ Payne is the fucking truth, bro. Shoot.
Yeah, from Philly.
As a matter of fact, even though he's like the lower tier of the whole conglomerate, I'll put him up against any one of them cats that's in that whole group.
Yeah, I mean, all of them are dope, man. Ito, and it's funny, like where they're coming from. They're coming like from the forgotten parts.
Yo, Ito is nasty.
Like Rochester's like Canada. Rochester's like Canada almost. It's like Toronto. You know what I'm saying? So having these cats come out of there and you realizing like, yo, they spitting.
What I don't understand is if these guys are so great, why haven't they crossed over?
They already crossed over. You just don't listen to them. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't heard them on Hot 97. I haven't heard them on Power 105.
You just said radio's a dire medium. They're all over Tidal. They're all over Apple Music. They're all over YouTube. You know what I'm
And
saying?
those are subscribing entities. Therefore, the people that are subscribing to that, it may be requesting that sort of music. That doesn't mean that they are going to surpass the names that I've mentioned earlier on Billboard,
Listen.
which doesn't have anything to do with money. It has to do
Fuck
with
Billboard.
popularity. Popularity.
I'll tell you this right now. All of the Lils and the Youngs are going to
Ain't
get
the
exposed.
baby.
They're going to
Ain't the
get
baby.
they're going to get exposed. They're going to get exposed, and they're going to get put on the spot. And the dope MCs are going to come back and take over again.
These guys have been selling records and making hits for now a good 3
Hold
4
up.
years. And
So hold up a little bit.
I don't know when they're going to be exposed.
I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go a little bit inside with Dave and say that a lot of times you'll see cats that seem to be fucking trash, right? But they just change what they do so that they can get that hit, so that they can make that Billboard splash.
Mhm.
But underneath that, they do have an extensive fucking skill set
Okay.
that exists.
Like
Why can't they do
Tyler the
that?
Creator. Tyler the Creator is like that.
And
does
so is
like-
Rick Ross. Rick
Yeah,
Ross
Tyler
is
Creator
very
does that.
much.
He does that goofy stuff, but he's able to get on like a song with West Side Gun and exchange bars with him. So you're right. Some of them do have skills, but I don't think like people like, you know, Lil Yachty or some of these other cats could like.
Yeah,
they
I
just
agree.
stay in one bubble. They stay in that one bubble.
Little Yachty sells records. He's popular. He's on Billboard.
He fucking sucks at lyrics.
He's making a name for himself besides the hip hop
dangle.
purists.
I would
understand?
dangle Little Yachty by his fucking ankles lyrically.
When he did
you're
that call like
purist.
Minnesota, man, it just left me feeling nauseous, man. I was like, what is this, man? I'm
I
like,
love Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota got some dope shit. Don't get it twisted.
Sound
No, I
like
like-
Minnesota.
no, the name of the song was Cold Like Minnesota by Little Yachty.
They did a Sprite commercial off of it.
And that's why I was like, wow.
It's fantastic.
Horrible.
Dave, you just like it because it's making money. Be honest, man.
No, I like it because it's got a rhythm to it. Cold like Minnesota. Cold like Minnesota. Where is the rhythm?
He likes to be programmed.
I like to pop my head and pop my fingers.
What makes me mad about that is that's how I used to rap in the 90s. And now it's like it's popping.
Who used to rap like that in the 90s?
I did.
Oh, you did?
You used to rap?
I didn't know Don Juan rap.
It was a joke. I'm just saying.
If you want to call it that, if you want to call it that. Yo, at Howard, we used to have every time Don Juan got ready to rap, we used to laugh.
But you know, fast forward to today, if I was Little Yachty, I'd be popping.
Yeah, Don Juan the Mac would have been popping back then, man.
Yeah.
Listen, Raekwon, Ghostface, those guys, the Wu-Tang, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, they're not walking through those doors. So you have to accept the guys that they have out there that are nice. Now, if you want to put a Little Baby in a verse any of those West Side Gunners, he will eat them up and shit them out.
Okay, what's the next topic?
I just want to know what I don't think Dave listened to a full Conway album. I just think Dave just says, "Hey, these guys are whack because they're not."
I'll say I'm not a big West Side Gunner. I will say I will agree with Dave and say that Conway is the chief of the tribe, but I will say that RJ Payne, out of all those cats that exist in that whole crew, RJ Payne would eat all of them up easily.
Yeah,
you don't even think that they're that good.
No, I listen. It's a combination of stuff, man. Not just I like the beats too. You know what I'm saying? I'm a beat head. You know what I'm
when they
saying?
put drums behind them.
Yeah, listen. I like those soulful loops. I like that. I like when somebody could take a soulful loop without any drums and spit some fire on it, man. That's what I like. Because that's the MC in me. I can't be nodding my head all the time. Sometimes I just want to listen to music and just, do a little slow nod or just, be in the zone.
You like that depressive stuff. It's okay.
But like Heaven and Hell by Ghostface and Raekwon. I like, stuff like that, man.
It's good, but I can only hear it one time on the album. Then I'm skipping it. Now, in my opinion, Big Daddy Kane beats Rakim in the verses battle.
Okay,
I don't know what you
this next. Let's talk about this. You say Big Daddy Kane beats Rakim. What do you say, Will?
Yes.
Big Daddy Kane beats Rakim. I say the same thing.
I disagree.
I'm gonna say hip hop wins.
No, hip hop wins. The way versus goes, like when people talk about LL Cool J versus KRS-One, versus goes off of the hits, the singles.
Yes.
And I think Rakim has way more a bigger catalog, or I think he has a better catalog than Big Daddy Kane.
Did you didn't party in New York?
Big Daddy Kane. I don't think he had the pop appeal.
No,
he didn't have the pop appeal. I think he had more hip hop classics.
Man,
I don't know, bro.
all I can say is hip hop wins. Everybody wins on this one. That's I'm gonna go that route because, come on, bro. We already know. Depending on what you put up, like, I mean, come on, man. Like,
women gonna show out for Big Daddy Kane.
I'll agree with that.
The ladies gonna show up, even if they got crutches.
Yo, man, Kane's got nothing but hits. To be honest with you, Rakim's got some songs that you have to think. Kane, you don't have to think. You dance.
Dude hits.
But Big Daddy Kane had some questionable joints, man. I remember when he tried to come back out. I think it was 96 or 98. But he had on like the leather jacket and the butterfly collar and the top hat, and he was doing like dance moves, like he was trying to do that little
Kane was always about dancing.
So for real kind of thing.
Hey, listen, Kane had some whack shit too. Now, don't get it twisted.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't fucking play around.
Rakim didn't really have any whack shit though.
I won't say Rakim didn't have any whack shit.
Rakim has always done Rakim. Rakim has never changed his
but
style.
He's had some ass too, dialect. Come on, bro.
Rakim rap is woo sometimes.
Listen, that's strategic. We'll go back to the strategics. It's all about what's played when.
That's right. Really that's a good point.
Okay.
I don't even think
if we're going for the battle or are we going for nostalgia? Because it seems to me that at the end of the day, it just turns into a big party.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Ain't nobody really fucking keeping score, no shit. They're like, oh yeah, that was good.
Like Primo versus RZA. It's like, you know, it was a good listening party.
And who do you think won that?
I'll just say, as far as diversity of jobs, I'll just say Primo. Primo has done so much beats for so many different people, even Christina Aguilera.
Man,
hip hop.
I'll be honest with you, man. I was impressed. Like, not to say that I was sleeping on RZA, but man, RZA fucking good gracious, bro. Like, but I will say the diversity when you're talking, like, as far as diversity of what was touched, I think Primo had more diversity. When you're talking RZA, of course, it was all Wu-Tang shit that he was given to you. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't lessen the value of what he was giving you.
No, it doesn't. And I think RZA won that battle. I know. I love Premier. I love Premier with all my heart, like if he was family. But I think RZA took that.
Yeah, and another thing too with Premier. Premier has a signature sound.
I wouldn't argue. I wouldn't say he did, and I couldn't argue that he did. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just that night, and as a matter of fact, that's when I originally came on to fuck with y'all, because that night was fucking incredible, man.
Yeah, that was a big night for hip hop. That one, man.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And classics.
But yeah, Big Daddy Kane and Rakim, hip hop wins. That's all I can say, because I got too much love for both of them cats, and I mean, both of those guys, man, they helped me through some dark times in my life, man. And so hip hop wins, and I just want to hear what's played in what order. You know what I'm saying? Like that, to me, that's the big interest. Is do you put the 13th? What is it? The 13th letter and all that, like all the different joints, how they stagger them and put them in place versus each other is going to be the big deal.
Okay, now that I just said something there that
yes, for real.
I want to go back to the West Side Gunna conversation real quick. Little Baby song. What's his big hit right now? Dialect, you know.
The one about the Porsche and all that shit.
No, it's
the one he did with Lil Yachty, Oprah Richardson.
His single is by himself. He's talking about the Black Lives Matter. Bigger Picture. That's the name of the song. Bigger Picture. That's a classic. Name one classic from those guys, from the West Side Gunners, that I can go to and say this is a song that will be here long after these guys are gone.
Okay, I mean, there's songs I would like. But I don't know.
No. Just a classic. One song that you say this is a classic. It'll never change no matter what. Like the Temptations
Paris.
was a Rolling Stone. That's what I'm looking for. One
The
classic.
joint, the West Side Gunna joint with him and Wale, the joint in Paris.
For me, I would say Mr. T, but that's just a personal preference. You got me there, Dave. You got me there.
No, I'm going to listen to both of them. I'm going to listen to one in Paris with Wale, and I'm going to listen to Mr. T.
Listen,
and the next time, I'm going to let you know.
He has like 20 albums, man. So try to just listen to one from cover to cover and just let me know what you think, man.
You're giving me a job now, bro.
Hitler Wears Hermes one, or the last Hitler Wears a Hermes. Try to listen to that joint, man.
What's it called?
Hitler Wears Hermes, I believe that's what it's called.
I like the cow, man. You can start with the cow for me, man. You know what I'm saying? That's my recommendation.
Okay, now you brought up
Clientele. That's a good album.
That song there is supposedly what's his name? Conway performed that song on stage, and he broke down in tears, and Jay-Z had to pull him off stage or some sort, and he told him, Conway apologized to Hov, saying, yo, I didn't mean to break down, and Hov was like, no, what you gotta do. Yes. Okay, so that one I'm gonna give a listen to. And
Sherry says Brick on My Brick would be one that you would put up against Lil Baby. I agree with that. That's a good look.
They got a lot of songs. Mr. T is one. Brutus is one.
Hey, listen, Dave. I'm gonna be honest with you. The early Griselda shit, I wasn't sold on. In fact, I used to hit Born Unique on the side. Like, I don't get what people are seeing.
Yeah, a lot of people told me it too. I was like, yo, I don't feel it.
Yeah, the last few projects though, they've come into this space.
Yeah.
Where they've kind of honed things in, and I think that's where they've gotten me. The earlier stuff, I'll have to say, like, I'm not really like, especially West Side Gunna. That voice used to annoy me.
Yo.
Yes, I've been calling him West Side Gunna. I apologize, Griselda. I'm sorry. I've been calling them all West Side Gunnas.
I'm saying West Side Gunna as far as the artist, the stuff that he would do that I wouldn't.
Yeah, the gun noise is the boom.
Yeah. But the newer shit that they're doing, they've come into they've hit a space where they've kind of found themselves, and that's the shit that I appreciate.
And I think we're close to I want to hear West Side Gun in the joint with Ghostface, because what came out a week ago was Conway with Method Man.
Well, he got one with Raekwon, right? Didn't West Side Gun got one joint with Raekwon?
Yeah, I know Raekwon opened up one of his albums.
Yeah,
I don't know if I heard them on the song together, but I definitely want to hear West Side Gun and Ghostface on the track. Because when Raekwon had his Instagram live for the 25th anniversary of Only Built for Cuban Links, Ghostface got on there and said, "Yo, them Griselda dudes." He's like, "Yo, he want to work with him." So if Ghostface co-sign him, man,
yeah, you gonna win,
me, man.
Like I said, they got star power behind them. It's just odd to me that they have not created that one classic hit that's crossed over, that's been in the top 5, top 10, top 20.
You don't need that anymore. You don't need that anymore to make it.
Yo, the Benny the Butcher with I'll say the Benny the Butcher and Black Thought, man. Crown Kings. I'll say that one. That one is a classic for me.
I'm gonna have to listen to this over, so I get every song that you guys said, and I'm going to listen.
50 albums, man. It's like 50 albums you got to go through, man. They got a big catalog, man.
I'm just looking for something better than the Big Picture. That's it. Have y'all heard the Big Picture?
Listen, I can't buy nothing from a grown man named the Baby, man. I can't.
His name is Little Baby, by the way.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I can't do that, man. I just can't. It's too much. We grown men. We got to get out of the Lils and the Youngs, man. Let's grow up.
What about this? What about the style, the gifted, talented young man writing raps, singing raps? You don't appreciate that?
Listen, man. Like maybe I'm old now, man. But I try to give it a listen, man. I wasn't feeling it, man.
Would you buy a Jay-Z song? Would you listen to a Jay-Z song right now? Did you hear the new song with Jay-Z, Beyonce, and oh man, I forget his name now. The guy with the afro does Atlanta. He does the TV show Atlanta.
It had be
Donald Glover.
Yes, Donald Glover. Did you hear that new one?
Did you say it had Beyonce in it?
Beyonce, Donald Glover, and Jay-Z.
Yeah, no thanks. No thanks.
Okay.
You mean Childish Gambino?
Yeah, I get lost with Beyonce.
Yes. Exactly. Childish Gambino and Young. Hov was name Young for a long time. So if you can't listen to anybody named Young, you can't listen to Hove anymore or Childish Gambino.
That was an alias, man. His name is his name that he goes by is Jay-Z.
Oh my God. So if there's a name, if the person's name starts with Young or Little, that disqualify them as adult music.
What's that?
If they name have Young or Little in it, that disqualify or Baby, that disqualify them as adult music.
I mean, that was just me saying that as a joke, man. But
Okay.
You know, I heard his stuff, and I'll be honest with you, I just feel like it's not for me. You know, I try to.
Man, that shit is trash, B.
I try to give young artists a shot. You know what I'm saying? Some of them I listen to, like Tyler the Creator. I thought he looked a little goofy, but then when I started listening to his stuff and his crew, Odd Future, I was like, yo, that's a crew of dope MCs. So I started to listen to them. So I do give the new artists a shot, but if I don't like them, I don't continue to listen to them.
Sherry, what do you got against the Queen Demon, Beyonce, and Jay-Z?
Shit is trash, B.
Oh man.
Nah, Jay-Z putting out some good stuff. The last album,
Jay-Z is nice. I'm not gonna sleep, but Beyonce, okay, bye.
Yeah, the Jay Electronica joint when Jay-Z was on that, man, he was spitting some gold.
Man, that whole Jay Electronica project is fucking tight, bro.
The Ghost of Soulja Slim, that's a classic joint.
Yeah.
Look, if your work is undeniable, you can call yourself whatever, but when you're whack, we got jokes, no respect. I agree with that. Not her thing with the Jay-Z and Beyonce. Fair enough. I wouldn't have put that out there. Dialect garbage.
I actually like Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Me too.
Just not together.
Beyonce just makes me say no.
I like
Okay.
Beyonce and the leotard, but other than that,
Okay. All right.
Shit is trash, B.
Now, Dialect, I sent you some material from Instagram. Did you get it? How about you, Don Juan? Did you get that footwork? I emailed you some footwork.
man, I usually don't take footwork. My feet ain't that good for nobody to be working on my feet.
No. Footwork. The
Look at his
guy from
face.
Chicago.
Now think what his feet look like.
Yeah, Dave, I think what you sent me, I think you sent me the wrong thing. The only thing I got was the LeBron James and Drake.
Okay, that's perfect. Bring that up.
All right, I gotta pull it up in the email because I couldn't get it on my phone.
And you want to know something? Shout out to Ja P. At a certain point when I was listening to his music, I said he's the American Drake. But I didn't want to say it to him because then I didn't want to swell his head up. But I swear he could be the American Drake.
Yeah, he's nice. He's nice. He's nice.
Shout out to Sherry T. She's tipsy. That's what the T stands for in T, I guess.
Don Juan with the one-liners tonight.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's the best I could do. I couldn't get it off my phone, so I just kind of got.
What is this shit?
That's beautiful. Now this is supposed to be Drake emulating LeBron James #1 when he was drafted #1 2003, I believe. Drake recreating this in his Toronto Maple Raptors hat.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do you think of that? Is that clever, or is that just mimicking? Is Drake falling off with ideas, or what?
Yeah, listen. Now I was thinking the same thing. That's like, why would he even do that though?
Man, that's what I'm saying. What's the purpose? Fuck Drake, man.
He got one of his daddy suits on right there. That's one of the suits that Pusha T was talking about right there.
Oh, okay. That would make sense.
So you think he's trying to get at Pusha T with that?
His daddy's suit.
I just think he was calling himself the King James of rap, like Jay-Z called himself the Michael Jordan of rap, and when Jordan was running the game, now LeBron James is the king of the game. I think Drake is claiming to be the King James of the game.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you guys think of Drake though? You think he, like what Dave say, is he the king of like current hip hop right now?
No, listen, Drake is nice. Don't fucking get it twisted. There's no doubt in my mind. Drake is fucking nice. His first three projects before he signed to a major, absolutely off the fucking charts, and they're still on my playlist today.
No one's challenged him in the last 10 years.
But I will say this. You can't have a bunch of fucking ghostwriters and claim to be the best. You can't do it.
Here's the thing. But here's my thing with the ghostwriters. Is that just for like his the stuff he does where he's singing? Because I kind of feel like he writes his own stuff. I think some of the ghostwriters were like for hooks.
Nah, bro. No, the level of shit that he's spitting now versus what he was spitting when he first dropped, that shit has dropped tremendously. The IQ level of the bullshit that he's putting out now does nowhere near equate to what he was doing before he came into what he's now.
He got one song I know Skills wrote because it had Skills DNA all over it. So, you know what I'm saying? I know he got
I think Drake writes his own stuff.
Not all.
Nope. Not all of it.
Not all of it. No.
I feel like a lot of those diss tracks with Drake though. The joint when he came at Meek Mills and Pusha T.
No, I agree. Dialect, I agree with that. But I will say that some of the hit bullshit that they call hits from Dave's World, was not written by him.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The stuff you don't like.
Yeah. The IQ on some of that shit is.
Yeah.
Back to Back was written by Quentin, and Meek Mills beat the hell out of him.
Yes, exactly, Dave. Exactly.
What, Back to Back was not written by Drake?
No,
that was Drake, B.
No, that was Quentin.
That was all Drake. That was Drake's humor written all over that song, man.
And Meek Mills tried to beat the hell out of Quentin for writing it. Okay.
Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers turn to trick. The trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers. Singing nigga. Shout out to all my boss, bitches, wife, and niggas. That shit was hard, man.
Yeah, he wrote that. He wrote that for sure.
No.
Listen. You go back to the first three joints that he did before. It's exactly that. It's exactly that flow. It's exactly that style. But I'm saying the hits that you hear, you can just hear it in his voice, the way that the cadence is. This shit is doo-doo, son.
Yeah. Drake is he's one of those like syllable rappers. So every time you hear that, you know that's Drake. That's his signature style, you know? Like,
bro, he was rocking with the Richmond heads. He was rocking with all the Richmond heads at a certain point in time.
What they said. I'm just telling you what is being bantied about in the industry. You know, I got close industry ties, and they tell me that when Quentin was first approached by Meek Mills, he told him, "Yo, all I do is just write them. I don't sing them. I don't put them out." And that's when Meek Mills wild out on him. So
Yo, Sherry T, don't get it twisted. Drake is fucking nice. I'm not saying that Drake isn't nice, but there became a certain point in his career where he didn't have time to write the rhymes. He became a businessman versus being the MC. That's all I'm saying.
Even that Hotline Bling, man, he wasn't even saying much in that joint, man. But that shit's still fire.
That was my joint. I ain't gonna front.
I was hard as shit.
Come here on my cell phone.
His biggest hit was God's Plan. Between that and God's Plan, I think that's his biggest hit, right?
Yes.
Oh, God's Plan is nice too.
And I hate the slide song, but it still went to number one.
Drake body Pusha T, in my opinion.
I don't know. Pusha T came back in that last.
I don't know, bro. Pusha T was kind of mean on that shit.
On the Pop Smoke album, Pusha T came back.
When he said, when he had the line where he said, "You act like you was moving drugs for Escobar in the '80s." I said, "That's it," because that's all Pusha T talk about is crack and selling crack. You would swear.
He did get called out. Pusha T got called out by the original guy that was pushing the shit in the crew.
I mean, listen, ain't nothing wrong about rapping about moving weight. But if you rapping about it all the time, you have to be on Pablo Escobar level. And I think Drake shut that down. Like, stop talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Enough.
So what makes it okay for Jay-Z?
He wasn't that big in Virginia. I know that.
I know, but Jay-Z was moving state to state. You know what I'm saying? So when Jay-Z talk about it, you could say,
according to Faith Love, Jay-Z never moved a dime of anything. So
exactly.
Who you gonna believe, Dialect? Unless you from
Don Juan knows, man. Like, we would hear from cats in Howard that was from DC that said Jay-Z was running with like what Ray for. Okay, I'm not gonna say I don't want to drive, but you know he's running with some legit cats, man.
So I'm gonna say this. This is what I learned about hip hop. As some heads know, I do a little bit of video work, right? So I was shooting some video shit, and I'm not gonna go specifically like to who or whatever, but I was shooting some video shit. And in the video, it was very much drug reference and I'm D's, P's, and D, and all this crazy shit, right? So we cut. The phone rings, right? The phone, I could hear it. Where the fuck are you? It was his wife. So the reality is that a lot of this shit is really an act. It's bravado. It's bullshit. It's to sell records. Let us not be fooled by the fact that it's also a form of entertainment.
Well, I did say Phase Lover said, what is his name?
Faith on Love.
Phase on Love. I did say his comment, so I must also add in that Cameron did come to Jay-Z's rescue, which is unheard of or unfathomable. And Cameron said that Jay-Z was as big as he claimed to have been in his records. So, there's two stories out there. It's up to which one do you believe.
I'm going to say this. You cannot, just for me, and this is just my thought process, you cannot post on your Instagram, you're sitting with your two kids, and everything's happy-go-lucky, and you're throwing the birthday party, and these are my babies. And then 10 minutes later, you're like, I caught a body down here by the bridge and threw it in the trunk, and then I got the weight. Bruh, you got some type of couth about you that's not going to allow you to really lead that life fully.
Yeah, but the thing with Pusha T is like every bar, it's about crack.
Well, his name is
On
Pusha
Joey
T.
Badass album, the same thing. I'm like, dude, okay, we get it.
Yo, but you cannot front that the joint that he did with Kanye was not nice, dog.
You gotta say like this. Okay, Pusha T, I get it. You sold crack. What's next?
No, he didn't.
His name is Pusha T, not Accountant T.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
now, man,
the real OGs that were involved with Pusha T and them called him out. You are aware of that, where he actually told everybody, was like, nah, he wasn't pushing nothing. We was the one pushing the shit.
That was me. He was talking my life.
Wait a minute now. Rick Ross has been accused of the same thing by the real Ricky Ross, as well as the Black Gorilla, Black Mafia family. So they all got their personas that they would like to be, and then they are the reality. I enjoy both sides of the story. I'm just saying that when it comes to hit making, if that's what you do, then that's what you are. You are a hit maker. Jay-Z's a hit maker, so he's a drug dealer. Pusha T made some hits. He's a drug dealer.
Hold on. But this is where Jay-Z. This is where I think why Jay-Z kind of separates himself from the group, because he's not just that image he portrays. He could spit. Like, the dude is nice. Jay-Z is nice. Like. Mm-hmm. From a lyrical perspective, outside of whatever the persona is, he can really spit. So you just combine the two, and it's just like, it is what it is. You see where he's gotten.
Yeah, I think we're going back to Rick Ross, though. I remember when, I don't know who exposed him, if it was Trick Daddy or what, when they had him with the fully shaved face, and he was shaking some of the, I think it was the mayor's hand, and he was a corrections officer.
That was 50 Cent.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get exposed more than that. And what made it worse, I don't understand why he doesn't change his name if you name yourself after a guy who doesn't even like you. It's time to just like say, let me give up the name right now. Just the guy doesn't even like you.
So hold on. So I'll say this, and not to say that this is what Rick Ross is or whatever, but I know in my family, I had a uncle who worked at the airport, who was an officer who did assist in that trade. So you don't know, you don't know who's who. You can't judge a book by its cover, as cliche as that is. That's facts.
I agree.
Well, what's your uncle's name? I want to be a rapper. I'm going to use it.
You will not. You will not get that.
Yeah, like, I mean, when I first heard Ross say, I know Pablo Noriega, the real Noriega. He owed me 100 favors. That's the funniest line to me, man. Because I'm like,
that's laughable.
okay. I had enough. You know, the real Noriega is like, who?
Yeah, the real
Right.
the real Noriega, like, why the fuck you ain't bailed me out when they came and got my
Yeah.
ass,
Like, you
mama?
know, okay, that's a cute line. You know, yeah, Noriega. You know, a shot to the CNN Noriega. You know, but okay, it was funny.
Okay, now Don Juan wanted to speak on Kamala Harris, as Donald Trump puts it. Would you like to speak her truth?
I I have nothing to say. Not yet, anyways.
Well,
But
what's going on here? We getting spammed?
big shout out to Kamala Harris and our friends Honey Child, as we know them, out in the UAE.
Yeah, who's these people right here on YouTube? This
I think Honey Child's bringing the fan base with him.
oh, we got Abu Dhabi in the house.
Welcome Abu Dhabi. Welcome
Got
to
Harry
Hip-Hop
Potter in
Citizen.
the house. Wizards and shit.
Yeah, I didn't have much to say about Kamala Harris except for I think she's going to be an exceptional VP and ultimately a VP president one day here in America, despite the anti-feminism criticism.
I don't know how to pronounce that name. More Fossey.
Yeah, it looks like Taklitia.
Is that a rapper?
No, I think these are friends from Abu Dhabi. I bet. Where our YouTube followers? Where y'all tuning in from?
Yeah, where you tuning in from? Let us know. Okay, got a lot of people up in here from YouTube right now.
Oh yeah, we're popular.
YouTube.
What's going on, Zara?
Hey, Honey Child. What's up? Hi there, Zara and Zayn.
We try to watch the language. I understand, you know. Yeah,
Well,
man. Yeah,
welcome.
what you think about Kamala?
He said that he don't know nothing about it, but he gonna vote for her.
Yeah, Don Juan has been like Kamala Harris's biggest cheerleader, man. He changed his profile pic to Kamala Harris's graduation picture.
That's right. I had Kamala picked to lead the Democratic nomination in the first place. I actually was one who thought that it'd be a Harris-Biden ticket. So,
Man, fuck Kamala Harris.
Yo, Don Juan cried like Jesse Jackson when Obama won presidency. That's how happy he was.
But what I don't understand is why do they consider her black when she's mainly Indian?
Oh, we got Romania in the house.
What up, Romania? Lebanon, what's up?
Lebanon, Romania.
God bless Lebanon.
Harry Potter out of Japan.
International followers.
Oh, we got UAE.
Yeah.
UAE, welcome Hip Hop Citizen live stream.
Thank God UAE and Israel's finally come together.
Yo, so why is it okay that we look at it, right? We got stupid face in the fucking office, right? And then you look at Biden and you look at Camilla, and they are fucking the epitome of law enforcement fucking dicking people of color around, and it's okay. Everything's okay now. As long as we get Trump out. Yo, what the fuck is happening in America, man?
Well, Trump failed on this
Time
virus.
for change in America. Trump has to go, I suppose.
The country is pretty
Abu Dhabi
bad right now.
Baltimore in the house.
Be more. They used to say, "Be more careful."
Like why? Like I look at it and I'm like, in most situations, people that are of sound mind would be fucking raging right now. And they should be fucking raging right now. And nobody's batting an eye at this shit. And everybody's like, it's okay as long as we get Trump out of office. Did you see what the fuck you're voting in?
Well, it's change. Do you like the status quo or change? And I think the people in America are ultimately going to vote for change.
What's the change?
Well, people are dying. We got 167,000 people died.
I don't believe all that, but we're on different wavelengths on that. That's all bullshit.
Hey, something has to change. American people are dying, and it's the number one job of any U.S. president is to protect your people
from a virus.
Anything. Yeah.
Shut up, man. Come on, bro. I don't care who the fuck's in office. You're not stopping a virus, bro. Shut up.
A superpower nation should have the capacity to stop viruses. We stopped Ebola.
That's called a God complex, and that's the problem with America. We think we can control every fucking thing, and we have no control. Okay? At some point, nature takes its course, and we ain't shit. Bottom line.
Yeah, like I said, man, I'm just waiting for the alien invasion, man. That's what I'm waiting for.
We were doing well, and then Trump decided to have the country reopen, and all of the Republican governors started to follow his lead to reopen, and now we're reaching the 200,000 mark that Fauci had predicted. When we were at 20,000, 50,000, we were doing fantastic. So, he has to take some of the blame for that. And he's also insisting that the National College Athletic Association open up the football league this coming fall, because we have to continue living. Not only that, it's a $4 billion business, and he wants to be a part of it as his campaign.
I think this: if you're scared, stay the fuck home. If you're not scared, live your life. Period. It's that simple. It really is that simple. Freedom is freedom. That's what it is. You have the freedom to choose if you want to put yourself in the line of fire of whatever the fuck it is. You don't shut down small business and kill mom and pop shops over this shit. You either make a choice. You stay your ass home, right? You stay your ass home because you're worried about whatever the virus is, or you're like, fuck it, I'm going to go live.
Well, unfortunately, the Health Commission has just came out with a statement that the vaccine for coronavirus will be out January 2021. That'll be after the election. And
how perfect! Perfect timing. Perfect fucking timing. January, right after the election. That is fucking fantastic.
Hey guys,
that's great.
I'm about to bring a caller in.
Oh, fantastic.
How you doing, John?
Hey, fellas, how y'all doing?
Doing good.
Well, thank you.
Hey,
welcome to the live stream.
Are we talking about old boy from the Seahawks that got canned?
Oh, the rookie that snuck the girl in, right?
Let me ask you something before we even get into that. How do you this is the NFL, biggest, baddest dudes on planet Earth, and you're gonna try to masquerade a female as one of them?
Well, he wasn't. The only reason why they cut him is because he was risking his teammates' health and things like that.
I get that, but hear me out on this. How do you ever try to pitch that? I don't care if you have a helmet on this woman and shoulder pads. Is she 6'4"? She don't fit in still. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that you get a woman in. What is this woman a free safety?
No. Well, he's a cornerback, I believe. He's a cornerback.
I get he is.
Yes. She was.
He's a rookie, man. He's a dum-dum.
I get
she obviously was playing. She was going to be playing a wide receiver. I hope.
Okay, so the woman was going to be a wide receiver. So she was probably at least 6'3", 6'4".
No, they got these smaller wide receivers now that they call the 3s and the 4s that really, they short, but they lights out speed.
Yes, LeJam. I agree, LeJam. Same here. I don't give a damn about it, for real.
Real talk, though. Real talk. And this is seriously, this is the sad part, is that you had a kid, he's probably 20 years old, not even drafted, right? Not even drafted. He's a rookie, and he ain't ever gonna get this opportunity again.
Well, you got to understand, although he's a rookie, he's never been told no in his life. He didn't get where he is by being told no. Even the worst of athletes that we consider not capable of performing at a certain level are high end. Let's be honest. And ego plays a big deal in that. You got to have a lot of ego to think that you're going to pass your female for a fucking football player. Let's be honest.
An NFL football player. What the fuck are you thinking? Like
Shit.
I'm 5'2". I play in the NFL. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you got to blame this on the Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion song. The man just wanted him some wet pasta.
Wap,
Pasta in the bowl. What is it? What's the line?
wap.
Yes, wet ass pussy. That's all he wanted. That's all he cared about. And unfortunately, John, we're towards the end of the night, so you got the last word of the night. Would you like to say anything? Yes, you have the last word of the night, sir.
I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
I didn't mean to crash out a party like that, but
Nah,
not at all. I
We welcome
appreciate
it.
you checking in. But
No,
we start at 11 and we close at 1.
all right. If it's last call, then gentlemen, I appreciate my time. You've all been just a pleasure to be with, and honestly, I would say this.
What was you drinking on, John? What was you drinking on tonight?
No, don't worry about that.
I need to know. I need to know.
I will say this. If I'm in the NBA, I do not want to play Dame ever.
Man, LA's taking it all.
Dame is going nuts, and that's going to be your first round boy. So you might want to camp that, dude.
We're good, bro. LA's got this.
all right.
We good.
I'm just
We good,
saying,
bro.
like,
We good.
Dame is,
He's nice, but his teammates around him, I don't know. I don't know if they're able to handle what the LA's going to bring to him.
Okay, McCullough ain't AD. You know what I'm saying? But AD and Bron ain't looked like neither one of them for a while now. So
wait till the playoffs, bro. When it counts, we gonna see, John. Hey, look, and John. Hey, John, and make sure you call back in sometime soon because the playoffs start next week, and me and you got to talk.
It starts tomorrow. It starts today, actually, Saturday afternoon, the first game of the playoffs.
Well,
so
Saturday is the play-in game,
Right?
For Memphis to get back in. It's
So John, Friday Night Live. Remember, Architect 7's here, and you got somebody to answer to when it comes to LA. Make sure you call in. Me and you, we going through the playoffs, and you gonna call in, and we fighting.
Fighting. Yes, sir.
All right, bro.
Good night, sir.
All right,
take it easy. All right, bro.
All right, Friday Night Live is coming to an end, and
yeah, Don Juan. I'm sorry, Dave. I just wanted to get Don Juan's his little episode that he had yesterday, man. I just want to get that out.
Oh, yo, you got to go into that. Yes, we got to go into that. We got to go.
Okay, so
where did John come from? Where was John calling it from?
Not sure. So yesterday we had a conversation with Juan, and apparently he pissed off a news reporter or news anchor from Texas. What's her name?
Traffic Bay.
Yeah, what's her name? Demetria
Obligar.
No, Obelar, something.
Traffic Bay. Traffic Bay.
Okay, so she's a news anchor for a Texas-based station.
She's been all over. She's been in Vegas, Atlanta, most recently here in Dallas.
Okay, so there was a video. She's gorgeous. So there was a video. There was a video of her sliding down a sliding board or slide into the ocean. Do you have that video?
I do have that video. Let me just.
Okay.
I gotta mute it because it had some music up in there.
Okay. So anyway, she slides down the sliding board, and as you'll see, there's a little bit of hair action that happens. Let's go ahead and take.
Man, oh man. Ooh.
I can't tell you how it's having the best week ever.
She deserved to be respected, Don Juan.
And then that happened. As you can see, the weave or the clip fell out. So Juan took it upon himself to respond to the post because he had met her Pryor. Yeah, she is studying Harry Potter. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And he made a comment. What was that comment?
Yeah, let me get that right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so the comment was basically based on, I had met her before,
Okay, so
at a photo op.
here's her post about the video.
Damn, he got the serious close up.
Yeah. Never thought this would happen. Highly unusual. And Don Juan, that's him at the bottom right there. This is his response.
Yeah, so I saw you in Dallas, spoke briefly, but I asked a few ladies if your hair was real. They all said absolutely. And my joke was, I wonder where they are now after seeing that clip. Literally that clip.
And he started a firestorm, obviously.
And then
then she responds.
Everyone knows my hair is curly. That was a clip in. Wavy ponytail. Sheesh. Come on, man. You got to do better.
And then all of the females on her page and all the guys who probably
trying to smash,
pleasure themselves to her images responded.
You're a whole man sounding like a jealous, bitter female that gets no action, no attention. So, Bump, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Okay, saying you got to do better, skip everything and just do it. You think people work as hard as they do for people like you to point out something irrelevant.
Yeah. And then Will Watson below, he says,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Will Watson says, don't make no sense to be this lame, fam. Man up.
They was bashing the shit out of you, bro.
So I gotta read the comments. We gotta read these comments. Come on.
There's more.
Who's that? I said what
I said 2020.
You said Mac in Texas. Only effeminate or dusty men care about a woman's hair to this extent, bro. Real men have other issues to think about, like building wealth.
Oh my goodness, that was a dig on wealth. And then
you're a weird ass nigga, bro.
We can't see the comments, bro.
Say what? Oh, yeah, right. Why exactly does it matter if it was what was or not? Now, if we ask, were you really packing, or was that a tiny sock? Then you would feel some type of way.
Ooh.
Damn, why? They said your wee was little.
Then they just kept going in on Juan.
And then Bial Outlaw says, can we say that brief conversation left him salty?
Been seen her natural hair, bro. She ain't one of these ladies that never show their natural.
Yeah. And then Key 5, whatever, he says, that's the dumbest shit you could say. I mean, they were really mad, bro.
He said all that sexiness and dude worried about hair.
Yeah.
Key 5, continue.
Hey, I was not worried about the hair, bro.
Whether she paid for it or grew it, it's naturally out of her damn scalp. The authenticity of her should not be any of your concern. Stop asking black women about their hair. It's none of your business.
And then we had one guy here who actually tried to, he felt sorry for Don Juan. He was like, I know it was a joke, but they tore your ass up, fam. Be strong.
And they did. And the funny thing, that was the first comment I saw, and I just knew right then when I saw that comment,
he knew there's a plethora.
His name is Rippy One.
Then Don Juan, he tries to defend himself. He tries to backtrack right now and compliments Demetria.
Okay.
I said, Demetria, you were kind and gracious. Thinking when we met, I don't think you would ever take my comment as serious as your trolls have. God bless, nonetheless, and continued success.
Then he gives a shameless plug for HipHopCitizen.
Yeah, and I remind them to check out HipHopCitizen.com.
But then to top it off, somebody had to hit him with the Mortal Kombat fatality. And I think it was the last comment in the thread. So here it goes. This is from a young lady by the name of Asia Tucker. She said, Mac back in Texas. Let me know if you need a tampon since you're acting like a bitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is David Simon Ism. You can catch me on Facebook. The David Simon Show on Instagram. You can catch the David Simon Show every Wednesday night, 9 to 11. Okay, and that's
and there goes Juan.
This is the picture with Don Juan. So he did meet her. He wasn't lying about that.
We did meet once, very briefly. We had a quick conversation, and she complimented me. She said we were coordinated, and I agree, we were. And I just want to address for Harry's shot. She says, "Why is it always black women trying to hide their natural hair?"
We can't have that conversation. We need Diva
So,
here to defend.
That's a conversation that got me in trouble, Faria. So,
Yo, we need a War Against Weave segment sometime soon, bro. Juan, you're gonna have to answer this, bro. You cannot just walk freely off of this.
Yo, Asia Tucker said, "Do you need a tampon, man?" Acting like a bitch. But here go, Juan. In your defense, man, I know you were being funny. You didn't deserve that type of abuse, man.
Nah, he deserved it.
And all you dudes out there that was caping for her, that was good what you did. But
I just got to say, dialect, Dimitri, if you're watching, Dimitri, yeah, you. Hey, listen, I'd love to make it up to you over at dinner, so we can talk it out. We can work.
Where you gonna take her? Red Lobster?
If that's her choice,
you're cruising for a bruiser, my friend.
Yes.
Holler back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out.
All right, Dave.
That was great.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am Architect 7. You can find me at Architect 7 with the 7 spelled out on Facebook. And you can find me at Architect 7 on Instagram. And that's where you can find me. And you might find me after this rocking some joints. I might get back to the music for y'all.
That'd be great.
You can find me at Dialect 718, Twitter and Instagram, and HipHopCitizen on Facebook.
Yeah, and of course, anywhere Hip Hop Citizen is, you can of course find any of us and also me as well on the IG at Don Juan D Mac. And don't forget to check us out at the hiphopcitizen.com and check out their top 10 independent hip hop videos.